Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, aka Pastor Trenches, named Tony.
Wow,
Cuz,
not named Tony.
yeah, yeah. This is not a happy or joyous night. So I, well, for me personally, it is, but not as a Panther fan. Let me say it like that. Yeah, two things can be true at the same time.
Okay,
Because,
all right.
cuz, what did
Cuz
what in the hell did we witness Sunday?
a fade of epic proportions. You know, now mind you, it wasn't the fade that we caught the first game of the season, but a fade nonetheless. And I think that well, let me not say a lot of people. I think some of us thought that we were going to go down there and at least be competitive. Okay. And we went down there and did the exact opposite of being competitive. We were competitive for two drives for the whole game. Two, two of them. Dose.
The whole game.
Duh. Yeah, man. It just
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot to say about that game. I mean, and I tell you, we got beat in all three phases of the game. I mean, all three. And I say all three because they blocked the punt and returned it for a touchdown. And if I'm not mistaken, it's not like they sent the house on that punt. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I heard somebody say they only rushed like 4 or 5 guys, maybe like five on that punt. Somebody please tell me if I'm right or wrong. I don't want to put that out there and it's wrong. But it did look like somebody missed their assignment and did not pick up who they were supposed to pick up. But yeah, it was
Mhm.
just, I'm not even gonna lie. When they went down the field, the Bucs did on that first drive, straight down the field, touchdown. I was like, here we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then when the Panthers went straight down the field on our first drive, I was like, okay. And then the rest is
See
not the
that?
history that we all like.
Yeah, when the Bucks went down the field the first time and scored, I wasn't surprised because that's what everybody's been pretty much doing all year. What I wanted to see is exactly what we saw is how was Carolina going to respond to that. And they went down. Now that was the surprising part to me that we went down and matched that energy on the first drive. I was like, okay, so we might have something here. You know what I'm saying? We might have something here. The game ain't get away, in the first quarter, within the first two series.
Hmm.
We might have something. Then Tampa Bay did what we can't do, and that's run the ball, and we can't stop the run. And
Facts.
you know, if anybody is in doubt of how important JC Horn is to this team and wonder if he's going to get paid this summer, this game right here should put all that to rest. Because without him, as currently constructed right now as a
Hmm.
team, without him, nah, bro,
Yeah, and,
nah.
and the thing is that they didn't have to. It wasn't like the first game where you saw Mike Evans lined up a whole lot more in the slot than he normally
Hmm.
is. Mike Evans one out there was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Line me up wherever, coach. It don't even matter. The one person, and I don't think he's worried about anybody, but the one person that could probably give him a fit, what was gone. And it was just bad all around. It was bad all around. Yep. But for
Yeah.
everybody that's joined us tonight, we greatly appreciate you. Thank you. If y'all hear my chair creaking, some of my audio settings are not working. I got a new update on Windows, and I gotta go and figure out a few things. So if you hear, if you hear my chair creaking, I apologize, but it's what it is tonight. But yeah, but again, thank y'all for joining us. You can catch us at all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. You also can catch us over at Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. Catch us at Two Fans ITS. All right. And on your way in, if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Okay. If you're interested, you can become a member of the channel. The link is in the description if you want to join. 99 cents a month, and we're gonna go ahead and go get on into it. All right. Oh, first
Sure.
off, first off, first off, first off, let me go ahead and go through the comments. I do apologize, everybody. SC Pace 4 said, "What's up, gentlemen? Hope y'all are doing well. Mr. Evero prepares to learn Chinese, my friend." Damn.
What's up, SC?
Damn.
Hey,
Oh God.
no lies detected. I detect no lies.
Yo, that is hilarious. Carolina Rush, what's going on? He said was a rough game to watch. It definitely was.
What's up, Carolina
Definitely
Rush?
was. Mr. Earl, what's going on? He said, "What's going on, my homies? How you doing?"
What's up,
Slick
Mr. Earl?
Vic said, "What's good, fellas? How you doing,
Going
Slick
on,
Vic?"
Slick?
Yes, an ass beating. It sure was.
Yes, sir.
Anthony Brown, what's going on? He says, "What's up?"
What's up, AB?
Slick Vic, rough game. Once I saw some starters on defense wasn't playing, I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Neither did I. Neither did I.
Well,
Neither did I.
mm,
Al, what's going
but-
on?
yeah. What's up, Al? Based on how we played Tampa at home, yeah, I thought it was gonna be a much better game
Yeah.
than what we displayed. But you know,
Hmm.
we have to remember Tampa was at home and they're fighting to make the playoffs. So we was gonna get their best A game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they started off punching and kept punching for 4 quarters.
Hey, let me tell you, they came out like Roy Jones back in the day. We came out like Mike Jackson in the locker room when the son was interviewing
Damn.
him. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Hey, Brian Simmons, what was going on? So I'm going to ATL this weekend for the game. Hopefully, our defense shows up. Hopefully, hopefully. Mr. Hunky Dory, what's going on? Yada yada yada.
Hunky
Wow,
dory.
mock draft time. Hey, you know what? I've been trying to hold out to the end of the season, and I probably will, but they're gonna be coming soon. They're gonna be coming soon. I might pop up on y'all on the live this week while I'm on vacation since I'm at the house most of the time. Maybe we'll throw a mock draft up there or something. But they definitely coming soon. And just like last off season, I'm gonna have 40 different variations of them. We're gonna do, if we draft a quarterback, we draft one early, we draft one late, defense, offense, try to do something to make some of everybody happy, even though I know that's impossible. Al, so I
Mm.
remember the commentator saying in the beginning when the Bucs score first, they are 8-1 before the game started. God, yeah, that was boy.
Oh, I didn't catch that. They said that?
I didn't hear it either, but man, let me
Oh,
tell you.
okay.
Look, hey, makes sense. Digit, what's going on? He said, "What's up,
What's
fella?"
up, Diggy?
James Island Panther. Hey, thank you for the $1. For the $2 super chat. We greatly appreciate you. This
What's
game
up,
showed
Mr.
me that
J?
we need another running back too. Well,
Mm,
okay. Now you know what? I agree with that to a certain extent, but and I will hold off. You know what? I'm going to start this comment, and we're going to come back to that later. Okay, and come back to that later. But I do agree
okay.
with you, but I got something to add on to that. But again, thank you for the $2 super chat. We greatly appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Nate, unfortunately, our cat like yeah, let me tell you, we did not look good yesterday at all. At all. At all. All
Not
right.
one bit.
All right, cuz. Well, let's go ahead and get into it here. Okay, and as always, to our fan level members here at Two Fans in the Stands, we thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. And again, if you want to become a fan level member of Two Fans in the Stands, the link is in the description, 99 cents a month. And we greatly appreciate everybody that will be a member in the future. And thank you to our current members. And as always, we love and appreciate you. All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's go ahead and get on with it here. Okay, the results terrible, absolutely terrible, and that's Charles Barkley terrible with a U, Turrible, terrible. Okay, so we all know the
Oh,
score
man.
48-14 Tampa Bay, and I'm still calling them the Buccaneers because I still don't believe they were as great as they played yesterday on a consistent basis. But just my thoughts.
But I have to give them some credit because they beat Detroit this year and they beat Philly this year. So it's not like they haven't beaten anyone with a winning record or anybody but has the potential to go deep in the playoffs. I mean, they did
Yeah.
beat two teams right now that's fighting for the number one seed in the NFC.
Oh, sorry, but then they turn around and lose to Atlanta twice. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
make that make sense, right?
yeah, exactly. Make that make sense for me, folks. But I digress. I digress. Okay, so the stats here: passing yards. Bryce Young, 15 to 28, 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 27 to 32, 359 yards and 5 touchdowns. Five touchdowns. Okay. Rushing yards. Raheem Blackshear, 8 carries for it's a shout out to one of my coworkers at my former job. He was an older guy, and instead of 20, you say Quinny. He had 8 carries for 20 yards. 20 yards. All right. And then Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin had 20 carries for 113 yards. The Joker went off again. And now, mind you, his rushing total wasn't as high as it was last year. But if I'm not mistaken, he had 180 or 190 yards by himself
Oh,
again.
last game.
No, no, this game. This
No,
game.
but you said last year. That's all.
I'm sorry, last game, my bad. Last
Yeah.
game. Yeah, last game he had 159 yards rushing. And I think he had and he probably had about the same amount of yards the last game too. It was close to
Uh,
200. But I with
you,
his rushing and receiving, I think he had about 100 and what?
you need to you want to pause, come back, cause I.
Nah, hey, if she got something to say, she's right there in the house. I don't know what this is.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay.
I
Uh,
don't know. But let me see. Receiving yards, Adam Thielen, 5 receptions for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans, 8 receptions for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. And let me see. Total yards. Carolina, I'm sorry,
mm,
Tampa Bay, 551. Oh, I know why she said that because I was talking about my former coworker. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, I got you. 551 yards for Tampa, 204 yards for Carolina. They outpaced us by 300 and what is that? 47 yards.
yep.
That is crazy. Hey, no turnovers. No
No
turnovers.
turnovers.
Um,
Yeah.
33 first downs for Tampa
I
Bay
don't.
to 13 for Carolina.
I don't think I've ever seen that many first downs in a game. Now
Mm,
I could be wrong, but I cannot remember seeing 33 first downs in the game for one team. That stat
that's a
right there
lot.
just blew my mind. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is. But I tell you something that's even worse than me. This damn time of possession. Cuz, we always talk about time of possession. 41
Yep.
minutes and 11 seconds for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 41 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh, excuse me. All Carolina could muster up was 18 minutes and 49 seconds. Let that sink in. Okay. Let that sink in. And for everybody out there, before y'all get started, okay, you can blame both sides of the ball for that. You blame the offense and you blame the defense. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and say that it was worse than saying scrimp. Boy, hey, now let me tell you.
Hey, I can't lie. Now this is not. It's funny, but it's not funny. But when my mom was alive after she had a stroke, that's how she pronounced shrimp. She could not for the life of her say shrimp. She said scrimps. You know what I'm saying? So it was always funny. Like when we went out to a
Yeah.
restaurant or something, and she ordered her food, and
Hmm.
we love seafood, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, baby, and let me have some scrimps." Boy, I was just holler. Hey,
Hey,
I was
my,
busting laughing.
my mom's mom put a W. She took the K and the R out and they put a
Oh,
W in there. Swimps. She was like, "Give me
oh,
some of the
scrimps.
swimps,"
Okay, all right.
and that's just because that's just how I always remember saying them. Swimps. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll get back to y'all comments in a second. Hold on. There is oh, that's that's no, never mind. That's my mama that says swimps. Okay, gotcha. My bad. That's my mom that said.
Hey, hey, T, she wrong for that. Oh God,
Yo,
I wish my aunt Deb see this video.
man, she not gonna watch this unless Tori
I
show it
know,
to
I
her.
know,
Unless
I
Tori
know.
show it to her, she is not going to see this. And if she does see this, next time I talk to her, she gonna be like, "Oh, really?" And then we're gonna continue with the
Yeah,
conversation. All right, so all right, back on topic here, getting off of improper talk. But yeah, time of possession. Time of possession was crazy, crazy, crazy,
right.
crazy. And like I said, you can put you got to put blame on everybody, offense and defense. Okay, and we'll get into that a little later as well. But Tony, anything about these results that stand out to you that I haven't already harped on here?
Yeah, everyone that you just said, but that time of possession and the first downs, yeah. I don't think I've seen a game that I can remember, like I said, with that many first downs, and especially with this lopsided um this can't get my words out. The time of possession is crazy. Like that looks like almost 3/4 of a pie chart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's crazy, man. And you know, just like I said in the preview when I was talking about the Panther spotlight and I had Ivero, I was like, hey, this is the game right here where you going to he must have been coach.
Oh, oh,
I know, cause
I,
I know.
my bad. Go ahead, Tom.
But yeah, so this game was a chance for him to show what he was going to do schematically and see if there was any changes that he was going to do for a better outcome. And I think this game right here has truly put the nail in the coffin, sealed it up, wrapped it up with duct tape, anything that you can do to yeah, to keep him from coming back next year. I think this is it right here.
Yeah. Hey, SC Pace, Tony. If you don't do it, I'm going to add a slide to it myself and add it on later. We are putting Evero as the enemy spotlight on Friday.
Oh, eh,
Evero is going to be the enemy spotlight this week. Oh my God, that is hilarious. Know your enemy.
yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
just for you, SC, we gonna do that. We gonna do
Mm.
that. 'Cause I think it's about time.
Yep. Hey, and you know something that's interesting? And I got this on my phone. I clipped it. I was going to add it to the slides, but we went out and did something as a family before a couple hours ago, and we didn't get back here till not too long ago. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. Okay. So Dave Canales was asked today about the long-term plans for the 3-4 scheme, the viability of it. Okay. He said, "That's
Mhm.
our scheme. I love this scheme. I know what it looks like when it's done well. And that's my hope is to continue to just build on that and continue to just improve on the concepts." Okay. So now
That
go ahead,
yeah.
Tom. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say that don't mean he gonna do it with Ivero.
Mm. Or does it? Or does it? We gonna touch on that later too. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Okay.
touch on that. Hey, what's up, Ninga? How you doing? He says Robert
What's up,
Sala
nigga?
come down to Uptown Charlotte. Hey, let me tell you. And the thing is, I don't mind the 3-4 defense. Like I said, I don't think we have the right personnel, and I don't think Evero makes adjustments. During the game. Um, we drove straight down the field on Tampa Bay's defense, and I don't know who their defensive coordinator is, but they went in from the looks of it to me. They went in and made a few adjustments, and then I think we helped them out quite a bit, especially going away from the run game. But because I keep hearing he had an elite defense in Denver. He was part of the defensive staff in LA. I don't know if he was the coordinator in LA, was he? With the
Yeah,
Rams.
he was defense coordinator. Yeah,
Okay,
he was
so
defense
he's
coordinator.
coordinating in LA, coordinating in Denver. But and that's why I say, now mind you, I am on the he probably needs to go ahead and find another avenue of work train. But at the same time, I still, and I know if Doug is watching this, Doug is going to throw something at the screen. I still think there is a shot that he is going to be back here next year. And that comment that I read from Canales is kind of more fuel for the fire for me per se, because and like I said, and we'll get into that a little later too. We're gonna save that for later. All right. But anything else right here, Tone, before we move on?
Nah, there's nothing. Yeah, no, no.
Okay. 10-4. 10-4. All right. Keys to victory. Let me tell you, I had to bring back the oldie but goodie. Burn it to the ground. Burn it to the
You should have
ground.
been a. You should have had a check mark on attack downfield. Cause they,
Nope. Mm-mm.
Bryce was attacking. Yes, but outside of the drops XL had, he was hitting downfield. He had Adam Thielen uh twice downfield, that 40-yard touchdown. He hit
Replay.
okay, but they were downfield. I mean, they were attempting to attack
Mm-hmm.
downfield, and the plays. Matter of fact, I think there was a stat that he was 3 out of 6 or 4 out of 6 throws of 20-yard plus
Mm-hmm.
downfield. But I mean, the fact that they tried it and they accomplished some of them and scored on one of them. I mean, I think they
Okay.
did what they could do with what they have.
I just I feel like they weren't not necessarily aggressive enough, but to me, 3 plays downfield, yeah, it didn't do enough for us to win the game.
Yeah,
You-
but CJ, you can't when you getting boat race and they sending pressure. Like I think yesterday was 64% of the
Mhm,
64% of pressure that Bryce Young faced Sunday was the most that he has faced in any game. So when you get boat race and you get behind like that, there was no running game, so there was no Chuba Hubbard for them
mhm.
to worry about. So the defense, especially the front four, they could pin their ears back and come at you. It's really hard to attack when you constantly got that kind of pressure in your face all game long.
Mhm.
It was over really before it even started.
Cuz I hear what you're saying. Okay, I appreciate your comment, but it still got an X by it. Okay, for me.
Gotcha.
for
I
for
got
for me. Yeah, for me. But I mean, I get what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. But I just I feel like and I guess you say the same thing with the run game. And I've said this before. Canales seems like he has a script. All right, and it takes just 1 millimeter of deviation off that script, and you just throw the whole damn thing away. You know what I mean?
as far as what the run game.
The run game. Now, mind you, I can't say that about the passing game too much because that one was before the half. That one drive where we did go downfield to Adam Thielen, and I'll give credit to Bryce on that one. That might have been the best pass of his old damn career so far. As far as throwing the ball down the field, because he threw a damn a dime straight to Adam Thielen. That's probably his best
Mhm.
downfield throw he's made since he's been in the league. But I don't know. I just feel like if we don't go out there and score first, it's well, let me not say that because we won a couple games that we didn't score first. But I don't know. I just feel like everyone has this script, and it gets out of whack. And we talk about um Evero not being able to adjust. Sometimes I don't think Canales is able to adjust too. Because like when I say, whatever happened and he balled up the run plan and just tossed it out the window and didn't really go back to it until the fourth quarter. We came out and drive in the fourth quarter, and then he wanted to try and run the ball. Some I was sitting right here and I was like, dude, really? Like, really? You wait till now to try and run the ball again? But I don't know. Well, we'll see. Um, Let me see. Establish the run? No. Stop the run? Absolutely not. Pressure Mayfield. We got 2 sacks on Baker Mayfield, but I don't think that amounted to much of anything in the grand scheme of things because Baker Mayfield was still back there for most of the game, just doing whatever he wanted to do. Did
Baker
you see?
Mayfield.
Hold on. Did you
Go
see
ahead.
on that one touchdown to McMillan? Baker Mayfield went through every single read he had on the field. I think he had a 5 receiver set. He went through every single read. If I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be kind of a quick screen at first, and then he sat just like this and went through the entire field, and then found McMillan, who, like the announcer said, continued to run his route even though he was not the first read. He was definitely the last read on the play. Ended up scoring a touchdown. So yeah, pressure Mayfield. It was pretty much
We had
non-existent.
we had better pressure in the first game than this game.
Sure did. But go ahead, Tone.
Oh no, I was gonna say that Baker Mayfield was out there looking like he was looking like he was back in Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley.
Mm-hmm.
That's what kind of game he had yesterday.
Pretty much. Pretty much. All right. Okay. So anything else before we move on here?
No, I'm listen. There's nothing. There's not really too many positives you can take from this game. Like you mentioned earlier, this looked like game one, game two of early in the season, and like if anybody thinks that we should do anything besides defense in this draft, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I do know what I want to tell you, but I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you that. I'm just gonna say, yeah, you definitely would be wrong. Let me say the politically correct thing. You would be wrong in your assumption because you know, yeah, SC Solid runs a 3-4.
Okay.
Um, yeah, we just lack of talent all across the board. I don't even know who was the linebacker beside Jacoby Windman yesterday. That's how bad. Oh yes, yes I do. Yes, I take
Chandler
that back.
Wooten.
Yeah, Chandler Wooten. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that we had off the practice squad, brought back on the practice squad, then upgraded him back to the 53-man roster. Like,
Mm-hmm. Because he was gone. We let him. He was at San Francisco.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's right. He was in San Francisco.
Mm. Oh, okay. Now Josh says Evero took over a top 3 defense in Denver and over 2 years dropped out of the top 10 before Denver was ready to move on. And he took this job. It's in the Colorado papers from those years. Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Mm,
I know you ain't gonna get a lot of people to believe that, but I'm gonna look that up too. Appreciate you, Josh.
what's up, Josh?
I think it said Canales panics a lot. I ain't gonna say panics, but then I'm not gonna say he does it. So yeah, okay, all
Mhm.
right. Well, let's go ahead and get on to the next slide. And
Hey,
Tony, you
hold on,
said something.
couple people in there. Hold up. What's going on, Nick? And Deontay, did we say? Yeah, Deontay said, "No, he runs a 4-3." I thought it was a 3-4. I could be wrong. Uh, Check that out for me, Deontay, and let us know in the chat.
All right.
What's this with Mr. Hunky Dory say? Sorry, Tony the Crab Hands Tiger. We need a running back. Sorry, Brooks ain't it, and one more wide receiver. We can go defense mainly, but we need. I
Talking about the
don't.
draft.
I don't. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, we do need a running back. We definitely don't need a running back with the first pick. That's what I'm saying. Like we got 9 picks, 9 or 10 picks right now going to in this draft coming up. Majority of those picks need to be defense, and I would venture out and say those first 5 or 6 picks need to be defense. I mean, we can get a running back. Um, you can get a wide receiver. Those come a dime a dozen. You know what I'm saying? But if you look, like we are literally on pace to give up the most points in NFL history. We are on pace to give up the most rushing yards in NFL history. I don't know how that equates to, well, we need a running back and a wide receiver. That math ain't mathing. You need a whole new damn defense. And majority of your draft picks and in free agency need to be focused on defense.
Okay.
That should be
Look
the
at
major focus.
what's up, Nick? How you doing? He said the Bryce sexual said Bryce was 10th highest grade QB. LOL. Well, hey, he wasn't yesterday.
Who? Bryce?
Yeah. I don't know if he Nick. What did you mean? The not the whole season, but you mean the past few games or what? Because I know
I
he
know
ain't
he had
that's how great the whole
a
season.
hundred. He had 100 QBR yesterday.
Oh, he said that's per PFF. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Ninga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing Solid does run a 4-3 defense. I thought it ran. Hey, whatever he runs, I mean, shoot, he would probably be my top pick to bring here. I don't know if they can
They
make that
just say he
happen or
ran the
not.
4-3 in San Fran. I don't know about
Mm,
that because when you look at San Fran, when he had that defense in San Fran, the two linebackers were Greenlaw and
Warner. Was it Warner?
Fred Warner. That's not a
Mm,
4-3. That's a five. That's a 3-4. So
mm.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Deontay said with the Jets, they made a big deal on Solid switching to 4-3 because they were used to 3-4. Okay. Gotcha.
Mm, okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Canales acts like what? I don't know what that is. Dick. Okay. All right. So real quick, what went right yesterday? The opening drive. Okay. We marched right down the field, mixed in a few runs, deep pass to Thielen. And then we had with the Coker got a catch on that first drive too as well. The one he kind of went up in there and caught and brought down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
And
dig
then
over the middle.
we had the touchdown to Adam Thielen. And Tony, unless I'm missing something else on here, if anybody in the chat, anything else? Oh, and the drive before the half with the long touchdown to Adam Thielen. I think that sums up about what went right for the Panthers yesterday.
On the opening play last game when they tried that shock play to Adam Thielen and the ball went through his hands.
Mm,
They went right back to that same play and Adam Thielen caught it on the sideline. That was the first deep shot that
mm,
Carolina had yesterday. And I was like, okay, they went right back to it. So I mean, like I said, that when the opportunities were there at the beginning of the game, they were taking him, and I was like, that was one of the things I wanted to see because without Antonio Winfield in back there, and Whitehead was just coming off injury, so you expected him to be a little rusty. I was hoping that they would take shots downfield, attack that secondary, and they did that. But then once the game got out of hand and they drummed up the pressure, you know it's hard to get it downfield like that on a consistent basis, and you're trying to be aggressive when you don't have no run game to support it.
Gotcha. Hey,
Yeah.
dig it on the ass. She said, Tony, if Genty is there, would you pass over him?
Yes,
Okay, gotcha,
because
gotcha.
Gentry is not our biggest need. Running back is not our biggest need.
Look, we do need some depth at the position, some depth that can stay healthy.
Okay, but
And
when
no,
you
no,
talking about depth,
I
oh,
know it's not Genty. I know. I'm just kind of
yeah,
adding on to it. I know we don't need depth. If in the first round, I got you. Yeah, appreciate you, Deontay. Appreciate you. All right. Okay.
yeah,
So,
appreciate you, Dante.
anything else on what went right before we get to the laundry list here?
Nah, cause my stock up. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say what I'm going to say for stock up.
Yeah. Hey, and let me tell you, I was so mad at Eddie when he missed that damn field goal. I'm just sitting there like, really, dude? Like, come on, dog. Like, come on. Like, give us a little bit more momentum going into halftime. I know we were struggling, but you were out there with three times, two extra points, and then you missed the field goal. I'm getting to the point where it's just like I can't even talk about Eddie no more because he's going to disappoint us at least once a game, at least, at least. Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Nick said running back is one is not an option for us. Yes, we agree, Nick. We agree.
Exactly, Nick.
Okay. What went wrong? All right. So we got a laundry list here.
Hold on, let me
Injury.
count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, that's
All
about
right.
right. That's
So
about
I got injuries, no run game, no defense, missed throws, play calling, tackling, three and outs, and time of possession. Okay. And I will say this, when I put no defense up there, I don't mean no defense totally, because I want to tie that into the three and outs I got down here at the bottom as well. But Tony, hey man, pick one and run with it, dog. What you thinking?
You said pick one.
Yeah, pick one and run with it. Talk about it.
Well, you ain't had number 8 up there. If number 8 was up there, I would be able to do that. If you would add all of the above, yeah, that would have been my choice. But nah, with this, seriously, you just can't really just pick one. You can't just put your finger on one thing and say that was the driving force behind this whole debacle
No, you're right. Yeah.
of a season. But definitely injuries played a major part, especially defensively. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the play calling has been you know, I'm not too hard on Canales when it comes to the play calling like a lot of people want to be. I'm more um harder on Ivero with his play calling defensively, schematically and adjustments than anything. The tackling is something to it's below average. Let me say that. Let me say that. And the three and outs, yeah. Like yesterday, we just couldn't get anything going. Like I said, when you don't have any threat of a run game and you become one dimensional, that just lets the team know what they can do because of what you can't do. And that's the same thing with when we played
Yep.
Dallas. Michael Parson mentioned it. When we gave up on the run game early, it made it easy for the defense to know what was coming, so they could just pin their ears back and come after the quarterback. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You're right. But yeah, but no, now mind you, I didn't want you to pick one and say it was the only one. I was just saying let's
sure.
start talking about them. We can pick one to start with.
Oh well, yeah, we can just start
Yeah.
from the top. Just
Okay.
run it from the top.
All right.
Injuries.
So injuries. We
What's
were
up?
missing J.C. Horn. We were missing Taylor Moton. And you could definitely tell that he was
I
missed
was
out
missing
there.
the defense.
Huh?
I thought it was missing the defense. I thought they was
Oh.
all on the injury report yesterday.
Well, we were missing Horn, Josie Jewell. We were out there
Chelsea
with a rookie
Euro.
linebacker and Chandler Wooten. Even though I think, given the circumstances, oh, what's the man name? Is it Jacoby Wyndham?
Windman. Yeah.
Hold on, say it again.
Jacob Windman. Yeah, you said it
Windman.
right.
Okay, gotcha. You know, I do think he's shown a little bit of promise. I know somebody in the chat said bring him back next year. We'll see.
Hmm.
I do think it all depends on, again, who's the defensive coordinator, if Evero's still here or if he is not. Offensive side of the ball, of course, Chuba done for the season, but I'm not mad at the Panthers at all for that because we're not in playoff contention, and you don't want to end up um him aggravating something, or going out there and making whatever injury he has worse, because we already probably going to be without Jonathan Brooks all of next year as well. So you
Yep.
don't want to risk doing any further damage to whatever Chuba's injury is. I think it was a calf strain or
It's a
something like that.
grade two calf strain. They said when he woke up, I think it was Thursday or Friday morning. He said he felt something wasn't right, and the training staff took him in and did X-rays, and um that's how that's how the grade two calf strain was diagnosed, and they decided to shut him down for the rest of the season because with that type of injury, you're gonna need more than 3 or 4 weeks to come back from. So it didn't make sense to keep him active.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. Ninga made a good point here. We got to be more balanced offensively, and that's from a play calling and personnel standpoint. I agree with you on that one. I agree. Okay, no run game. All right. I think the run game showed promise on that first drive. And it seems like deja vu, because I want to say the same thing happened when on the first drive in the other Tampa Bay game here at Bank of America Stadium. It seemed like we
Uh,
ran the ball. Huh?
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. It seemed like the deja vu again, because we ran the ball a little bit on that first drive where we drove the ball straight down the field, and then it seemed like to me the run game just disappeared until later on in the game. Now I don't know if it was more of Canales going away from it. Did Tampa Bay just particularly shut it down, and Canales was like, oh, okay, well we can't do this anymore. But yeah, it just and let me see. Let me get my thought together here before I say it, because a lot of people were saying, now that Chuba was out, that Bryce wasn't going to be able to shoulder the load, this, that, and the third. But Chuba really didn't show up in the other Tampa Bay game because Canales got away from running the ball in that game as well. But Bryce threw for 298 yards and had 2 touchdowns and ran one in. You know, but
Hmm.
for whatever reason, like I said, I don't know if Tampa Bay made any adjustments defensively that Canales wasn't prepared for, or whatnot. That's why I always say it feels like Canales has a little script going, and something, I don't know what it is, something happens, and it's just like, okay, I gotta abandon part of it, and it's always the run. Always the run. I don't think we were tied 7-7, and then we were down 14-7. I think they went down and scored again. I don't think that was cause for panic mode to just go ahead
So they
and
went field goal. The kick the field goal was 10-7.
10-7, 10-7.
Yeah.
And then if I'm not mistaken, he tried some kind of reverse or trick play or something to Velus Jones Jr. that ended up going for what, making like a 2 or 3 yard loss. And then I think it was a throw on third down that was missed, and then we ended up punting the ball again. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. What
Well,
what what you think, Tom?
what I saw in the run game is the same thing that I saw in the first game. They were stacking the box. Todd Bowles wanted to take away whatever type of run game we were going to try to have yesterday and put the game on Bryce Young's arm. He did the same thing the first game that he did this game. It was no difference. You can't run the ball when the box is stacked. When you are facing 8 man front and the safety is playing instead of 10 to 12 yards from the line of scrimmage, they're damn near playing 2 yards behind the linebackers. Like we were facing 7, 8 man box pretty much the whole game. That doesn't equate to run. When you see stat boxes like that, you go to pass. They not afraid of the pass because we don't have anybody on the outside that is threatening enough to make them want to back up. Even though we hit on some of those deep passes yesterday, they was like, okay, cool, you got it. Kudos to you. Now continue to keep doing it because you running the ball, we're not gonna let you do that. So Bryce, the receivers, y'all gonna have to beat us with your arms. If anything, I would say that Canales went away from, and it wasn't just yesterday's game, is the lack of involvement of the tight ends. Tommy Tremble not getting no touches. Uh, uh, JT not getting any touches. Things of that nature. I didn't see I didn't see any attacks down the seam. I didn't see any spot ups from the tight end over the middle. To give Bryce the easy check down or give him a easy throw. It was like everything was either outside or it was a deep dig to Thielen or Jalen Coker. I mean, there was a lot of things that caused, in my opinion, that caused Canales to get away from the run game. And like I said, when you are one dimensional and a defensive coordinator knows that, they're going to stack the box and they're going to take away what is supposed to be your strength, which is the run game, and they're going to see what you're going to do through the air because they know you don't have anything on the outside that scares us. You don't have a true number one wide receiver that can consistently get open that we need to be afraid of. And I think that's just what Tampa Bay did. They did it in the first game, and they did it in and they did it in the first game, and they did it in this game, and this game got even worse.
Okay, I got you. Got you. Hey, Deontay said, talk about it. His tight end game has been lacking.
Hmm.
And I did want to go back to Rock Jones' comment. He said Bryce Young nine still missing those deep passes aren't helping. Now mind you, mind you, he had he had a few deep passes he connected with yesterday. Now there was, and I got missed throws on here. It wasn't all the deep passes, and I say missed throws because there was one to XL where he was open, he was behind the defenders, and Bryce overthrew him. Okay, that would have been something that extended one of those 3-and-out drives. And there was another one later in the game where Adam Thielen got open going down the sidelines, and Bryce just completely missed him. That would have been the first down and probably extended one of those drives or that drive as well. So that's why I got pinned on for the missed throws. But now he did hit quite a few he did hit a few deep passes yesterday, which was something
Yes.
that we've been talking about. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, like the missed throws is the one that just throws me off so much because everybody
Mm-hmm.
miss throws. What I'm seeing from Bryce is he's not missing on those throws consistently like he was last year and the first two games of this year. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has some that, yeah, we can easily say yes, that was definitely a major problem last year. I don't think it's been as major of a problem. Like every time he missed a throw downfield, people throw their hands up like, oh damn, he got to connect on that. Well, what about the one that hits um XL in the hands and he dropped? We it's like we don't talk about that. We want to just talk about the ones that he missed, or we don't even want to talk about the ones that he hits on. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
he's hitting on more deep passes down the field than he's actually missing this time around. So I get it, but everybody
Mm-hmm.
miss throws. Everybody don't hit on deep throws, short or intermediate. Like that's a part of the game. I guess
Mm-hmm.
my thing is like I hear so many people just harping on what he's missed, but they don't talk about what he has hit on.
Yeah. But you know what though? Now I will say this. You're right. Everybody misses throws, but everybody doesn't play for the Carolina Panthers too, Tone. Now I will say this. He has connected on more deep passes this year than he did last year. There have been some drops, some passes that have hit people square in the hands. But me personally, I still think that's something that he has to continue to work on because the way that our team is set up right now, those are some throws that he's got to at least put it in play. Put it in play. And if the receiver misses it, the receiver misses it. But when he misses throws, they're like way overthrown or they're underthrown. Because there was he overthrew XL on one play, and then there was another play where he underthrew him, and I forgot the defender's name, but the defender just kind of I ain't gonna know. I don't know if he even saw where the ball was coming from, but I think he looked at XL's hands when he tried to go down and get the ball and just stuck his hand back and knocked the ball down. But
Yeah,
like I
that,
said,
that one was underthrown. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that throw. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
underthrown. Yeah.
But what I want to see from him is him, putting that ball in play more, consistently, and not so many overthrows and not so many underthrows. Okay. And
But
on the flip
is
side
he
of that,
having
hmm,
is he having so many overthrows though? Like is it a lot right now?
I notice him. It's enough for me to talk about it.
No, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but I'm saying is it a lot? Like when you say consistently, I think he has hit on them
Hmm.
more consistently than he hasn't. That's my thing. That's my only thing about like I get it. He does overthrow
Hmm.
some and he has some that has been underthrown. But I think
Hmm.
for the majority, since he's been back, he has been hitting on more of those shots downfield than he has
Hmm.
been missing is
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying.
and I get what you're saying, but for me personally, what I want to see from Bryce going forward is I want to see more of those misses, overthrown misses and underthrown misses, be balls that he puts, where the receiver has a chance to go up and make a play for, put it where they can make a contested catch or try to make a contested catch instead of just clear underthrows or just launching it over somebody's head or whatnot. Okay, and like I said, and even some of those overthrows and sometimes those aren't completely always on him. You have sometimes where the receiver doesn't really it looks like the receiver gives up on the route a little bit. They don't continue their route on. So it's not all him, but I'm not going to sit here and be like it's not completely his fault. He did for me. This is one thing he has to work on. He's got to get better with and he has gotten better with the deep ball, but he has to continue to improve. Like I said, I don't want to see as many overthrown passes and short passes as I've seen this year. Yeah. Deontay said it's a decent amount, but he's not in the top 10, top five problems since he came back from benching. Oh, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, there's a lot of people out there that say that he's the number one problem. He parks too many cars in the parking lot at the stadium, so there's overcrowding out there. People ask for ketchup on hot dogs. He gives them mustard. He puts people in the wrong sections when they seating them. And I say that jokingly. But it's so many people out there. He is the problem. He is the only problem. If we could go and get you could throw me back there at quarterback, okay, and I could go out there and lead the team. It's just he's the problem and that's it. So that's why I say that
Mhm.
jokingly, but that's why I say when I say it like that. But I do agree with you, Deontay. Since he's come back, he has not been the major problem on this team. And I know somebody's watching this is going to be like, CJ, use a damn lie. Well, you know what? Hey, call me what you want, but that's what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah, M.
Uh,
Moore said he was rushed on those missed throws. O-line must be better. Revolutionary poetry said, but he didn't overthrow.
what up,
XL
Maul?
true number one makes that catch. Slight overthrow at most. SC says every QB in the league misses throws. We shouldn't have to rely on him being perfect for us to have a chance. That's a team issue, not a Bryce issue. Well, I can agree with you mostly, SC, but I mean I get what CJ's saying. You know what I'm saying, but I think every time that he misses a throw, people want to harp on it. This is what I'm saying. It's like this is not last year. I think he's playing much better ball than when he was last year. Like he was missing throws all over the field, whether it was
Mm,
short, intermediate, deep ball, cross the middle, out to the boundary. Like he was just missing balls, missing throws all over the place last year. Right now, if with with the talent that he has, let's not forget that our two best receivers is a 34-year-old undrafted wide receiver who's our number one, and right now, currently as our number two, is an undrafted rookie. He doesn't have a true number one out there
mm,
that most teams have. So I
I agree.
give him grace in that aspect because it's not like he has a T. Higgins or a Justin
Mm,
Jefferson or a Mike Evans or somebody like that can consistently win one-on-one matchups that can consistently get downfield or whatever and give you a better target to hit
mm,
on. So, we have to just look at it, give it put it in its full context and just at it as look at it as more than, or it's just a Bryce problem. Well, no, it's not just a Bryce problem. Look at the talent around him and who he's throwing to.
mm.
That plays a part in it too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. But again, I still say what I said. So, but yeah, I don't disagree. And like I always keep trying to say, it's more than it's a team game. You know what I mean? They have to get, like you said,
Mhm,
we got to get that true number one wide receiver. The offensive line could have played better yesterday. He was pressured a lot. All right. But there have been times where he has been in the pocket, and not necessarily just yesterday, but it's times where he's been in the pocket, and he's had time and he's looked at receivers and he's overthrown them. Okay. Or even he's underthrown them. And that's what I'm saying. I think I think he'll be fine. Okay. I think he'll be fine.
mhm,
But I'm not going to get up here and be like, oh, he's not doing anything wrong. We're gonna critique him just like we critique everybody else. Okay. Now, mind
mhm.
you, we're not critiquing him as harshly as most of our fan base. Uncle Quan said it best. It's like the Bloods and the Crips out here when it comes to Panther Nation. Shout out to Uncle Quan, man. Oh God. Yeah,
Quite
okay.
wrong for that one.
But I got you. I got you. Okay. So let's go on to the defense.
Yeah.
I, you know,
Hold
and
on
I,
one
I
second. I just seen this, but dig it.
yeah,
He
I
said,
was getting to it. Yeah.
"Oh, okay,
Yeah, hey,
go ahead."
Flame ain't here, man. I ain't got that much opposition tonight, man.
Yeah.
I talked to him a little bit yesterday, but yeah, if he do show, he gonna come in. Always remember, I do not like Bryce. I got you, dig it. I got you. Okay, so the no defense one here. Is it even worth mentioning?
I think this kind of ties into the injuries. Now I know that may sound like a cop out, like an excuse, but that's just facts. Um, when you're on your outside of Ashawn Robinson on the front four, you're
Mhm,
basically playing your second and third stringers, guys that came off the practice squad, cut by other teams. Like there's really like no names on that defensive front. You know, um, DJ Wanham has definitely been playing better uh since he's been put into the rotation. I mean, or came back off injury, but the front four seem like they have slacked off a little bit after those first 2 games. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that energy and
Gotcha.
that push that we were getting when DJ Warner came back the first 2 or 3 games, that we're getting now. Yeah, Ashawn Robinson has definitely been a pleasant
Mm-hmm.
surprise. But I was told, Deontay, Ashawn Robinson wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, from a 3 technique, he couldn't get to the quarterback. Now that's why I was told. But
Mm-hmm.
he just leads the team in sacks this year with 5.5. That's all I'm
Mm.
saying. But
Hey,
you know,
Tone, look. The car said, "Did y'all see me play strong safety for 2 snaps?" he said, he said I made 743K. Yo,
you
they
need
just
to add
put
something to
the
the
link
channel
up.
then.
Oh my goodness. Yo, what's going on, the card? How you doing, big dog? Okay. Now we talked about play calling, tackling. Okay, let me ask you this. All right. Do
Mhm.
you think this is more of a, and I think I may have asked you this on live before. Is it just is it just a want to issue with the players, or is there some type of technique that they are missing, in practice from the coaches? Like is it something that the coaches can help them with, or is it just the lack of talent? Because it's like everybody is missing tackles. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I've seen J.C. Horn whiff on some tackles this year. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So what you think, Tom?
I think it could be all those things. You know what I'm saying? I definitely
Okay.
think a lot of it has to do with the talent. I think a lot of it has to do with the want to, because a lot of it has to do schematically. I like the fact at the beginning of the game, I saw Ivero running a true uh 3-4. Three defensive linemen, you 2 outside linebackers. So you got a 5-man front, right? That is what a true 3-4 is.
Hmm.
For some unearthly reason, he went away from that, and you start seeing a lot more 4-man front. Well, that don't do you no good when Tampa Bay is lined up in 11 personnel and they're bringing in the extra offensive lineman. So you outnumber off the rip, and your linebackers are playing, 4 to 6 yards, uh, um, back from the line of scrimmage. So it's easy for the guards or the pulling guards to reach the second level before you even get there, because now your linebackers ain't even coming downhill to fill the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
I always tell you, CJ, in a 3-4, you got to have a linebacker that can come and plug those holes. Because if you allow a pulling guard or anyone pulling to come around and get through the hole and get momentum and reach the second level, you've already lost. You got to
Hmm.
in the hole. You had to meet force with force. So that also throws the running back off, because now you're plugging the running lane. We wasn't
Hmm.
doing that. Same thing that happened in the first game. The running back was getting 3, 4, 5 yards of carry before even getting touched. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think there's just a lot of things. The tackling, I mean the lack of talent, the scheme, the want to, because you got to have a want to play in those trenches. You know what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
is a grown man's game within a grown man's game. And if someone can continuously take your will away, like I always say, you want to apply pressure or stop pressure. That's the name of the game in the trenches. Apply pressure and stop pressure. And with Tampa Bay, they were stopping any type of pressure that Carolina was trying to apply. They were setting the line of scrimmage forward. They were resetting the line of scrimmage forward each and every time they went and ran the ball.
Facts. Okay. All right, Pastor Trench, preach, preach. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about on here was the 3 and outs and the time of possession, and I heard 336 Boston mention this on Black Cat Panther podcast yesterday, and he was talking about the 3 and outs that we had in the first half. Now, I had to agree with him on this one, because as an offense, you go out there and you go down the field on the first drive and you score, and then you follow that up with three straight 3 and outs. That is not good business. Because Tony, remember last week when we went down the field and scored first against the Cardinals in our group chat, I was like, now we need to go down the field and put a few more touchdowns on the board before Arizona gets their act together and figures this thing out and tries to make a comeback. And lo and behold, I got my wish. What happened? We went and scored three straight touchdowns, and then Arizona got their shit together, and then proceeded to to march down the field, time after time after time, especially in that second quarter, and eventually tied the game up. We had to go into overtime. But and I bring that up because there were two drives after Tampa's first two drives. I'm sorry,
Mm.
Tampa's second and third drive. Now, mind you, the defense got walked straight down the field, so that was another thing that added on to this time of possession. That was just awful. But they did hold them two possessions in a row in the red zone, the field goals. And let me see. Said, well, Tony, the whole season has been a soft shell defense. We have been 3 to 5 yards deeper than most of our other defenses. No wonder we can't plug. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Especially on the outside. Especially on the outside.
That was a problem again yesterday. That reared its ugly
Mhm.
head.
Third down and
They
four. These jokers are 12 yards
yeah.
down the field.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't need to say anything else.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
But back to the 3 and outs though. It's one of those things where this year, and I know this year is almost over, and if we have any chance of beating Atlanta, we are going to have to take advantage of every opportunity that we have. And us holding the opponent to a field goal with this defense the way it's playing right now is a major opportunity. I hate to say that like that. Holding the team to a field goal is a major opportunity, for our offense. Okay, because that is something now that is I mean, I guess it's a win in general, because you would rather give up three than give up seven, but it's not going to be too many chances where the defense is going to stop them and not give up anything. Tampa Bay punted one time, and that was the drive right before halftime, and right before we got Eddie Pinero down the field in, like, oh, what was it, 30-40 seconds, and he missed the field goal. So, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and like I said, I think that I said what I say, Earl. I said if we have a chance to go out there and beat Atlanta, we got to take advantage of all the opportunities that the defense may give us. They may not give us none. Okay, because let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you, Tampa Bay scored on every single drive but two of them. The one was a punt, okay, because we did I think we sacked Baker Mayfield on that drive, and there was a holding penalty, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other drive was at the end of the game where they were like, you know what, we just gonna go ahead and take a knee and let y'all go on about y'all business. Other than that, they scored on every single drive, touchdowns and field goals, more touchdowns and
But
field goals.
one thing I know for sure, we're going to get Atlanta's best come Sunday because they still
Oh
feel
yeah.
like they have a chance to make the playoffs. So you're going to see they starters play. You're going to see a quarterback that has a stronger arm than Baker Mayfield. Um, I'm not gonna say Penix is more mobile, because Penix likes to stand in the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I think he's more accurate, and I think he has a much stronger arm than Baker Mayfield. And I think they have weapons on the outside that can match what Tampa Bay has, and they definitely have a run game that can match what Tampa Bay have. So I don't think we have a chance. I wouldn't even be so mad if we didn't play the starters Sunday. I wouldn't be mad
Hmm.
if Adam Thielen and Bryce Young didn't play,
Oh, they gonna play.
you, or you didn't play Ashawn Robinson. Like put some of these young guns in there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll go out on a limb, a tiny limb that's already um dangling a little bit. I will
Uh-oh.
go out on a limb and say put Jack Plummer in there and let him start the last game.
Man, let me tell you, Jack Plummer could go out there and go 10 for 30 and have 117 yards. And I swear for Jesus Christ and everything, they'll be like, he only got 110 yards, but you see it. You see it. You see him stand in the pocket. He's tall. Oh, and speaking of tall, I don't want to hear nobody else say a damn thing about Bryce jumping in the pocket. I swear, I saw Sam Darnold on that last play of the game last night. He rolled out the pocket. There
So
was
do I.
nobody within 5 yards of him, and this mofo jumps up in the air to throw a ball that damn near hit the ground, and old buddy didn't catch it. Now, mind you, he did come back and make a great catch on it. But yeah, rolling out the pocket, did a little bunny hop up in the air, throw the
Oh
ball.
yeah, the pass he threw to
One of
um
the running backs. I don't know if it
yeah
was Jones and
yeah
Akers or
yeah
one of them.
yeah, it was Akers, and it looked like um it it looked like Akers was gonna like pick it up off the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was thrown real low, but he
Mm-hmm.
made the catch and got the first down. I think they were able to run out the clock from there.
Yeah. You good, Mr. Hunky Door. You good, brother. It's all good. Look, Earl said, Tony, that's a good idea. Hell yeah. But like M Moore said, he already said the starters are gonna play. You know, they're
Oh, he
working on
did.
trying to, yeah, they want to see what they got. Try to get some kind of,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's momentum at this point, but just something, a little something to build on, going in the off season and into next year. But I do believe they will play. I do believe they will play. But the thing that gets me is, now, mind you, if we give up another 200 yards rushing to the Falcons, and Penix goes out there and throws for, just say he throws for 220 yards and a couple touchdowns. Okay, something that Bryce has done a few times this season. I can hear it now. Oh my God, look at Michael Penix. Look at how he going out there. Look how he leading his team. Driving them down the field. This, that, and the third. I can hear that now. I can hear that now, and that's the only thing that kind of pisses me off, is that when and the thing is this: I want everybody to succeed on the team. Everybody. I don't go out here a single game and be like, you know what? I hope that Joker go out there and do this and do that. And I'm not accusing anybody else of doing that, but it's the way, you hear a lot of Panther fans talk, and you would swear up and down that they look at certain players and be like, you know what? I hope that Joker don't do nothing. I just can't stand them. You know what I mean? Because just,
Mhm.
mind you, I can't stand Ian Thomas as a player, not as a player. I don't know him, but damn it, if Ian Thomas is on the field, I hope he goes out there every game and has the best game he can have. I promise you. I don't wish he go out there and have a bad game. I want him to have a
Right.
good game. But it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna get off
But
my
the
rant.
odds of him having that good game
Ain't
is not
ain't
in
that
our
ain't
favor.
that good? Oh,
Diggy says, "Go ahead."
it says, CJ, when's the last time anyone here said anything about Brian? Oh, not here. Not here. Not here. I,
Mhm.
I hear I hear that a lot across the interwebs. Okay. I hear that a lot. Yeah.
Here you go.
As Can we talk about how poor our special teams is? Hecker and Eddie are not good at all, in my opinion. Eddie, yes. I would keep Hecker. I do like Johnny Hecker. I do like Johnny Hecker. I think he has been, consistent. But
Ugh.
I like I said, now Eddie can go. Eddie can go. Hell, go get Zane Gonzalez back from Washington. Bring in what's the man name who was the thicker kicker? I can't remember his name. Um
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. But listen, I'm with you on this, SC, a little bit. Hecker has not been as good this year as he has been in his career, even last year. Like he's not getting the distance that he would normally get on his kicks, especially when
I
you're
give you that
trying
one.
to flip the field back to the defense. Like kicking the ball 35, 40, 42 yards. That's not Johnny Hecker. You know what I'm saying? And slow release. I know a lot of people not really familiar with the slow release of a kicker, but they have a
Mm,
slow release too when they hold on to the ball too long before they let the what they call let the plant go, which is letting the ball go and before you kick it. Um so that has been it's like he's
okay.
lost some to his to his game as far as punting the ball. Now I'm me I'm not- I don't feel like how a lot of people feel when it comes to Eddie Pinero. Like Eddie Pinero right now is only 21 or 25 for the season. He's only missed four field goals to the season. Now, I know he missed a couple extra points, but like I said, every kicker has missed extra points this year pretty much. Unless you're one of those top tier kickers. You know what I'm saying? That may or may not have only missed but maybe one or two field goals or maybe one extra point. But they still have missed. Like I give Eddie a little grace because I know he's going through the injury that he's battling each week. You know what I mean? So, if he was fully healthy and he was looking this horrible,
Yeah, go
if
go battle in the training room. Get off my field.
if he was uh fully healthy and he was missing these kicks horribly or whatever, then I might can get on board with that. But just like we talk about with XL going through his wrist injury, if you're on the field, you expected to do your job. So the same smoke we got to have for Eddie, we got to have that same smoke for XL too.
Hey,
So I'm just saying.
every kicker isn't a liability at 50 plus. Thank you, Nakari.
He, I can't say that. I can't say he's a liability at 50 plus.
He is now.
He missed
He
the kick.
is now.
He missed the kick. Yes, he missed the kick, but he has made some at 50 plus too. So
How many?
I digress. I digress. So now we're trying to get pretty back and forth, and I'm not
Hey,
gonna do that.
somebody, if y'all would be so kind, look it up for me. I know he's made one because I think he was kicking what would have tied his season long when he missed that kick yesterday. But if anybody can look it up, how many kicks has Eddie made besides that one beyond 50 this year? Yeah, please
Yeah,
and
I
thank
can
you.
I can tell you.
He said he don't
He is
decide.
one. No, let's see. For the year
Uh-huh.
on 50 plus field goals, he's one of two.
Mm.
He hit one against New York Giants,
Mm-hmm.
and he missed that one Sunday against Tampa Bay. So
Okay.
yeah, he's one of two from 50
All right.
plus this year.
Okay.
He's from 40 to 49, he's 6 of 8.
Mm-hmm.
And his long this year has been 53.
53. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
28 of 30 or extra points.
cool. And
Now,
still get it off my
that's some
field.
stats for your ass.
Nah, no, I agree with Nicari. Get him off my field. Don't want him on. Eddie misses stuff at the wrong times. He really, and all his misses
Yeah,
turn
I will. Yes, I will agree with that.
all his misses turn into, damn, if he would have made that extra point, we might not be here. Damn, if he would have made that field goal, we might not, we might not be in overtime.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of because did he not miss one in the game against Tampa Bay and Charlotte too? Maybe he did. I'm
This
sorry.
this year,
Yeah. I'm trying to think that he missed one in the Tampa Bay game here at Bank of America.
hold on, I'm about to tell you. Yes, he missed one of the. He was one or two.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, No, he missed two that game. He missed
Oh,
one between 30 and 39, and he
mm,
missed one between 40 and 49. Yeah.
okay. And see, and that's why I say he misses them at the wrong time. Because my thing is, now you would have had 30 seconds because it said we were tied. Okay, the game was no, we were up three. We were up three.
Hmm.
So just think about it. If we had 6 more points, shit, we'd have been up 9. Okay. And
Hmm.
my thing is,
Yeah.
and you got Tampa Bay with 30 seconds to get 9 points. Now, mind you, I don't have all the confidence in the world that their defense would have kept them from scoring a touchdown, even with 30 seconds and 3 timeouts. They still may have gotten all the way down in the end zone and scored a touchdown, but we would have been up more than a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And that's a lot of ifs. Okay.
Hmm.
That's a lot of
Yep.
ifs. I know it is, because if was the fifth, we'd all be drunk. So yeah.
So for the year, he's 21 and 25 on field goals and 28 of 30 on extra points.
Yes, and all those misses have been crucial, in my opinion.
Yeah, and now that I cannot deny. I cannot argue with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see.
Somebody asked us about the link. Who wanted to come up? Mr. Hunky Dory said we wasn't doing the link tonight. I
Um.
think Diggy won. I think Diggy won. Did
Oh,
Diggy? Did you
shit.
wanna?
I think Diggett was saying to drop the link for Nakari when Nakari showed up, but I'll put the link in the chat if y'all want to come up here. Give me a second. Yeah, there you go. If y'all want to come up here, hit the link. We'd be glad to have you. Okay. And
Yeah, in the car. Come give us your take on Fast Eddie Pinero, your
hold
distance
on. Okay.
cousin.
Deontay said, with those stats said, past 2 years, he has been 23rd ranked kicker. I believe we should bring in competition. We brought in a rookie this year, bring in a vet to push Eddie. I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah,
McCarty
I
said,
agree.
we'll be feeling good about whatever play that just got a touchdown, and then here he comes, Eddie missing the PA. Yep. Facts, McCarty. Facts. Don, what's going on? How you doing?
Again, he only missed two extra points. I'm gonna harp on that. Every time y'all
Hey,
say something, he only missed two extra points.
and he missed one in the Cardinals game, and what happened at the end? We was up by
But
3.
he only missed two extra points. Ain't like he
Whatever,
missed
Tone.
12. He
He,
only
he,
missed
he
two.
I guarantee the other one he missed was crucial too. And thank you, Austin. Yes, very crucial. Very crucial. That's the thing with Eddie. Eddie just be missing them shits at the wrong time, the absolute wrong time, and it's just
So the pressure gets to Eddie. That what you're saying? He folds under pressure.
he folds under pressure. Either he needs to hold on. Here we go. Here we go. We have do
Look at the speaker
we
name.
do
So
not
do not
do
reach
not re-sign Eddie. What is going on? Is that you in the car?
Yeah, yeah, it's
What's
me.
going on,
Yeah,
big dog?
you know that's him.
What's up with you?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I heard Eddie was in Mullins Tuesday. Get some of that coon though.
I mean, if you want to talk about Marion and Mullins, there's a good bit of Eddies walking around Marion and Mullins, so it wouldn't surprise me. But
What's going on, my man? What's going
what's up
on,
with
bro?
you? Let's talk about it.
Hey,
Come on, car.
talk about it.
You give me reasons to keep Eddie, I give you reasons to keep Ian.
Oh, let me tell you. All right.
No,
So
you
I'm.
can't. No,
Hold
you
on.
can't.
Okay,
There's
I'm
no
gonna do this.
comparison. Go
Look,
ahead.
I'm go ahead, y'all.
No, I'm gonna let the car have this one. I want to know what the comparisons are. How are you comparing those two?
I mean, I don't like Ian, but if you want to do it, Ian has played tight end in the NFL for like what 6, 7 years. That's good mentorship for
Mhm.
our young rookies. Yep.
Wait, that was it.
I mean, it's Ian. Come on now. We can't
Oh,
even
so
say that about Eddie.
I mean, you can't say what.
We can't say, he been in the NFL for a very long time. He's a good mentor for anybody. I mean, there's only one kicker on the team, and we
Wait a
don't
minute.
need we don't need Eddie to be there.
He
let
said
let
been
me
a
let me
league,
show you how to miss
been
extra
a
points
league.
in the at the wrong time. That young buck.
He said been in the league a long time. which he's been in the league 7 seasons, and he said not a great mentor.
He's not. He didn't even talk
Okay,
to the thicker kicker.
so are we signing players to be great mentors or to come in and perform?
That's my point, Tony. Eddie is not performing.
Not to your standard, because you just don't like Eddie. Don't No matter what Eddie
If
does,
you look in the
you just
chat, he
don't
not
like him.
performing to anybody's standard. You the only one saying to keep him.
Preach.
No, I'm saying that healthy competition is good anywhere across the board. Yeah, whatever, Deontay. Yeah, I know Deontay don't believe that. He trolling for real now. But I'm all about the competition, and I loved it that we brought in the thicker kicker in the off season to to battle Eddie Pinero, and for whatever reason they decided they stick with Eddie Pinero and get rid of the thicker kicker. Harrison Mevis. So I'm quick calling the man thicker kicker.
Hey, hold
But
on. Tone, before you finish, I firmly believe that they got a call from a small diner up in New York City somewhere, and it was like, "Hey yo, um, go ahead and off the thicker kicker and keep Eddie," and hung up the phone. I think that's the reason why Eddie is still here. All
We
right, I
wouldn't
oh
mean,
even
he
had
oh
the
he
thicker
he
kicker
got
if
them
Eddie
ties,
would have
huh?
just showed up.
Yeah, he got them
yeah,
ties.
What kind of
Yeah.
kicker holds out and then can't make the field goals? He wants more money, but he can't. He can't give us more points.
Nah, I have no rebuttal to that. 'Cause that was crazy. That was crazy. That was definitely
we
crazy.
had
But
a we have had a just a crazy run with kickers. Graham Gano,
I miss
okay,
Graham.
and then he got hurt, let go, and I think he went to the Giants. I think he's still with the Giants.
yeah, he's
Um,
still with Giants.
we drafted Harrison Butker, broad not drafted. I'm sorry. I think he was
Yeah, we
undrafted.
drafted him.
Nah, we
No, we
Draft
drafted.
drafted him 7th round.
okay.
7th round.
Bought
Yeah.
bought him in, with Graham Gano, and then let him go. That man done won what 3-4 Super Bowls now,
Hmm.
with Kansas City. Zane Gonzalez. Let me tell you, I like Zane Gonzalez. He was doing good. He got hurt. Okay, and then now we got Eddie. I can't remember if there was anybody in between Zane and Eddie.
It
If it
wasn't.
was, y'all let me know.
It
Okay.
wasn't when Zane Gonzalez got injured. When Chris Taylor was the special teams coordinator, he brought in
Hmm.
Eddie P. That's how we got Eddie P. In Charlotte, with Carolina, because of their relationship that they had when they were in Chicago.
Gotcha.
Eddie was his kicker in Chicago. Yeah.
Gotcha. Hey, when the Cardinal, while we got you up here, before we move on to the next couple slides here, you got anything you want to say about the what went wrong statistics I got over here? Well, not really statistics, but you know what I
I
mean.
mean, once we saw everybody that was going to be out, we knew that it was going to be a tough game. And oh yeah,
But
Oh,
Joey Sly was before all them. Well, besides Gano.
let me
Because
tell you,
Joey Sly was brought in when Ron Rivera was still the coach, wasn't
man.
he?
Let me tell
I'd
you,
rather have Eddie and Joey.
Joey Sly could kick that ball from South Mech all the way up to North Mech. I promise you. But that Joker would he missed everything. Now we want to talk about somebody that missed a lot. Yeah, that was Joey
Yeah.
Sly. Now
Yeah.
we give Eddie
If
hell.
you,
Joey
thank you.
couldn't hit a brick
Talk
wall
about it.
4 feet
Talk
He
away.
got
about
his
it.
own catchphrase, "Ball don't slide." Like, come on.
God,
Isn't
thank you,
I think
Austin. I
Eddie
forgot
is
all about Joey
yeah,
Sly.
I think Joey's in New England right now.
Up there missing kicks, I'm sure. Mm.
Oh God.
Oh, Ryan Santos. Oh, I
I
forgot
remember
about
him.
him.
Oh, Ryan Santoso, yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Thank
guy from
y'all.
the Giants. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan Santoso.
Gotcha. Gosh. Hey. Okay. So yeah, we've gone through a lot of damn kickers in the last decade. QJ, what's going on? He said, "What's up, fellas? I'm so tired, Mister Raccoon Hands. Every interview, the get sounds like Donald Duck." Hey, let me tell you. I think the car you sent us the clip with Coach Bates, and
Yeah.
let me tell you, I think he get a little nervous around the cameras. I don't know if he knew that Coach Bates was recording him trying the coon or whatnot. Man, let me tell you, I ain't never heard Excel talk that fast. I was like, oh, I said, oh, okay. I said, I think he get a little camera shy. But buddy, when he just in it with everybody else, he was like, that, 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 that. I said, oh, okay. I said, cool.
Yeah.
Bates from Memphis, so he probably feel comfortable around him.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man, I'm going to try and reach out to Coach Bates and see if they come on the show. I'm gonna just send him a message on Twitter and be like, "Hey, if you got some time, we we would love to get your thoughts and opinions on two fans in the stands." Oh, if we're going to bring up old kickers, give me Reese Lloyd for kickoff, strongest leg we've had in Carolina. Damn, that's another
Yeah.
name I
Yeah.
forgot too. Mm.
Reese Lord had definitely had a cannon for on kickoffs.
He said, "Trying the coon is wild."
I'm so tired of all this clone talk.
Hey, but you know what though? Now, mind you, now I don't particularly eat it. I think I've had some one time. It's not bad. It's not my
Yeah, I've had it.
particular taste. If you got somebody that know how to cook it, it's probably okay. With a lot of meat. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's just I think for me it was just it's a raccoon. Like, yeah, no, I don't want no more of that.
If you don't tell
Yeah.
somebody that is raccoon and they ate it,
They
it probably
probably would
would.
never know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be their
Because
favorite food, but they'd be like, "Oh, it's okay."
And that's what
Right.
happened to me
Yeah,
because I
you're right.
tried some and I was like, "Oh, this is good." My mom was like, I said, "Good something." She's like, "No, that's raccoon." And I was like, "Ah." But I gotta say
Mhm.
it didn't taste bad. It was just the fact that it was raccoon. And I was like, no. Tenderized by semi is crazy work. Crazy work.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
Oh
God
my
damn.
god.
It was tenderized
Tenderized by
by a bullet.
yeah, that's that too. That too.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. All right, fellas, let's go ahead and move on here to the next slide. Okay, so I bring this up again. I'm hoping and praying that next week won't make 6 in a row. But I would have to
Absolutely
look up
perfect.
and see if this is some kind of an NFL record. Because we were 38 points from giving up the most points in NFL history in a single season. And I don't know how many yards we're away
I
from giving up the most rushing
think
yards in NFL history.
300 plus rushing yards.
Whew, now that I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that might save us. If it was like 220, sure, we might be in some danger. Come up because my thing is now, mind you, you got Penix out there, and I know that a lot of people gonna be like, oh, Penix did his thing, this and that, and the third, whatever. But if he comes and plays against, we go down there and play the Falcons. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Penix is gonna be throwing the ball, just deep shots down the field all game. He gonna be turning around, handing that ball off to Bijan and Tyler Algier, and they're gonna be running wild on our defense. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, next season I will not have to bring this slide up because the next slide is kind of a continuation, and I added Bijan and the Falcons onto the end of it because in week 6, we were only 2 yards away from giving up 200 yards to them. And I went
Mm.
back and looked at the stats. We've given up 200 yards quite a bit this season. Quite a
I
bit.
feel like if you giving up 195 or better, that's 200 yards. You know,
Hey,
let's just round it off like we was taught in second and third grade. Round off to the nearest
round it
number,
up.
and just round up and just call it 200 yards. But no, yeah, you're exactly right. I think it was a stat last week that I read. When we had given up 200 yards rushing for 3 weeks straight, and then 7 out of the 15 games that we have played so far, we have given up 200-yard rushers.
Yo, Dig it, man. Stop. He said that he get
Wow.
electrocuted by his new Christmas hot plate. Where is he? I talked to Doug earlier. I was on the road. He was traveling. And he said that he probably wasn't gonna make it. Make it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Hey, he is alive and well. What's up, Doug? Oh my goodness. Look, Doug, I was sitting there already to defend you, give you a case, and then you pop up in the chat. What's going on, man? But yeah. Oh, and Deontay said, especially because they kneel to lose yards. Oh, that's why we didn't give up the 200 in week 6.
Mhm.
Oh, hold on. Hey, also said, there you go, like mystical. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, but
Oh,
real quick,
man.
I just wanted to throw those two slides up there. You know, if if we didn't give up 200 yards in this last game, I think I'd be ecstatic. It's not many wins this defense has had this year. If they could hold them to like 130, let me tell you, I'd jump up and down out here. I promise you, I would. If they could hold them to like 130 total rushing yards, that would be a dream come true for this defense this year. Because
Yeah.
it's only been a
Hey,
couple games we held them on 100 yards.
hey, Nakari, fun fact that I just looked up. You know, Eddie P and Ian Thomas been in the league. They came in the league at the same time back in 2018. They both
That's
got
Hmm.
7 years in.
that's cool.
Huh?
Ian got experience through like 3 different coaching staffs. Ian, he knows how to survive. He can teach rookies how to survive in the league. Um, yeah.
Hey, Deontay called him the Teflon Don to Carolina. Like you say, he been through 3
Yeah,
different head coaches,
yeah,
offensive
yeah.
coordinators, everything.
Look, if
And,
giving up
Oh my god.
200 yards gets rid of Evero, then I'm sorry, but we need to give up 200 yards. I can't do another year of Major Pain. I can't do it. I need a new coordinator.
God, so amazing.
Wow. 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 Okay, you know what,
Oh
Nicole?
God.
I'm me read his comment. Mr. Hunky Dory said, damn, I thought I was about to talk smack about Dougie's fantasy team needing 60 points to beat me tonight. Dang. Hey, I'm not even
Dang.
gonna lie. Ever since my last hope of anything just went down the drain, I ain't even opened that app this week. So I gotta go back and look at everything. Cause I know we do got the content creators league too, and I do have to announce the winner of that. And I apologize to all the content creators out there. I know I haven't mentioned it much at all this year, but when we do get a winner, if we haven't got one already, like I said, I haven't picked up my phone all week
Who
long as
win?
far as fantasy football. I gotta look and see. I look and see when we get off of here. But yeah. But speaking of everyone, I said I was going to talk about this again. Uh, Earlier. Okay, so do y'all think that there is a chance by what Canales said earlier today? And I know somebody said that was just coach talk that every time somebody brings up Evero, but do you think there is a chance, given what he said today, that Evero is retained for the simple fact that they want to see if they can try to get him some more talented players in here to see what this 3-4 scheme can do? Because Evero Canales did say, this is the scheme and he knows what it looks like when it's done right. Do you think there might be a necessarily an out for Evero, to stay? Because, and I said this at last live, he hasn't had that much, per se, good talent, to work with. Okay, outside of Derek Brown, Shaq Thompson, and when he can stay healthy, and you got J.C. Horn. But in free agency, he hasn't really been able to go out there and attract a lot of big names to come to Carolina to help this defense out. And I know everybody will say, we traded away. I see it, Tony. We traded away our defense, to help out Bryce. My thing is, we traded away Brian Burns and we traded away Dante Jackson. Okay, Dante Jackson is still Dante Jackson and up there in Pittsburgh. He makes a few good plays and then he gets like beat up like burnt toast from for some time too. Okay. Brian Burns, hey, I didn't want him to go. I wish they could have worked that out. But Brian Burns is still doing Brian Burns stuff up in New York with arguably a better defensive line and somebody on the other side that provided in my opinion would provide him more help than what he got here in Carolina besides Hassan Reddick that year. Okay.
Yep.
And that team is worse off than we are.
If
Okay.
I'm not mistaken, doesn't Dexter Lawrence have more sacks than Brian Burns?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh yo, Deontay. Oh my God. He does. He does.
Wow.
Oh God. Yo. Let me
Y'all,
say
y'all,
that's
y'all, y'all doing the most. Y'all be
hey.
doing the
Like I
most.
said, do your job, CJ. Come on, man. Don't make me put Oh God. Yo, hold on. Revolutionary Poetry said here they let all the good players go and the rest are hurt. Well, I'm not going now, mind you, okay. Jeremy Chin left and Frankie Louvu left. Okay. Other than that, who all left? Now we
That's
got
why
rid
we
of
should get rid of Evero right there. Jeremy Chan should have been defensive rookie of the year, and then he went from that to playing like 20% of the snaps. That's the
yeah.
indictment right there. That's enough just to say Evero is not. He's not the one. He's not the guy.
Huh? Well, now
Well,
mind you,
that's
he played 2 years under what's his name? Phil
Phil
Snow,
Snow.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but I get what you saying in the card, and then when you come in Evero's defense and then he just disappears. I get
Mhm.
what you're saying. Okay. Let me see. Deontay said, "My question is: besides JC and Derek Brown, who on this team will start on a top 20 team? Mm,
I think Ashawn would.
maybe Josie Jewell if he was healthy all year. You know
Yeah.
what I
I
mean?
mean, he started in Denver last year.
Shaq would
Yeah,
probably start.
Mm,
maybe.
I can see it. Shaq and Josie the same person, different color.
Shaq would be okay if he could stay healthy, and Shaq has had a tackling
two
issue for
two different
years.
two different linebackers. Two
Yeah,
different linebackers.
yeah,
Shaq Thompson is more of your sideline. The sideline can cover running backs, tight ends out of the backfield. Josie Jewell is your downhill thumper. Not fast, but he can come down. Um, meet a running back in the alley and provide a better run stopping. Now this year has definitely been abysmal. I don't know what has happened.
yeah,
Um, and this is a scheme that he should feel comfortable in, but I think with the lack of talent all the way across the board, may or may not be playing a factor in his play. But he has had some games where he has balled out. Now he didn't start off that way to start the year, but I think you can say that about the whole defense because we got both race the first two games, and it wasn't just one person on the defense; it was the whole damn defense.
yeah. And I bring that up a lot, and I think that is people forget that. My thing is this is the same scheme that we ran last year. Okay, we had all our starters.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Game one went down to New
Hmm.
Orleans, and they politely put us on the big paddle boat and sent our asses back, around the Gulf and back on up the East Coast to the Carolinas. By damn near 50 points. But hey, and Revolutionary Poetry, Gross Matos.
Yeah, you took Gross Matos, which he's actually doing pretty good out in San Francisco this year.
Yeah, then he had
Okay.
like a 3-sack game.
Yeah, like a couple
Mm,
weeks ago, he was defensive player of the week,
oh,
NFC
okay.
defensive player of the week. Yeah,
Okay. Clowney. I guess he mean Clowney starting on another defense. Okay.
Maybe
Well,
Wynham could be a D too.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, we have to remember what DJ Wanham did in Minnesota when he had Daniil Hunter on the opposite side. We have to look at what Clowney did in Baltimore the last 2 years before he came to Carolina. Like we got good pieces.
Mhm.
Some may be a little bit older than others. I just think a lot of it, along with the talent, not being the greatest, especially in the secondary. When you talking about anything outside of Jason Horn, I mean, Mike Jackson to me has been average. I mean, I think he's been dependable. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I don't think that's nothing for anybody to write home about. And our secondary, I mean, our safeties. To honestly, Damani Richardson has been the only bright spot for me back there at safety. Like Xavier Woods is doing what I would expect Xavier Woods to do. Like he's not gonna be any more than what he is. Outside those two, you could throw that whole damn room away. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
um,
feel you.
My thing
yeah.
about
I don't.
Evero. Oh, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
You don't get to the NFL and just forget how to tackle. So my thing is, what are they coaching in practice? Why can't nobody tackle? There's like everybody missing tackles. Don't matter where
Mhm.
they run past the quarterback, no lane integrity. It's just like the things
Yeah.
that they should know as professional football players. For
Yeah.
some reason, it's not happening.
And And these are some of the same problems that we had last year. Because let's not forget, before Frankie Louvu became who Frankie Louvu was for Carolina, one of the biggest knocks on Frankie Louvu was missing tackles. Because we sat here on this channel and criticized quite a few games where there were tackles that Frankie Louvu had the running back or tight end dead to rights, had his hands on him, and missed a tackle or couldn't bring him down or whatever. Like missed tackles ain't something new to to just this year. We were missing a whole hell of a lot of them last year. Then we'll come back. We'll have a game where the tackling was better, and then we felt like okay, maybe we might be turning the page right now. And then the next game, it was right back to what game one was. We're doing the same thing in game three. So
Mhm.
if we haven't been consistent tackling team for a while.
Yeah. Hey, and 336 bars, and I brought your comment back up here. He said the Panthers spent their money and a lot of draft capital on offense. I would expect a bad defense. Now, mind you, I wasn't expecting us to go out here and be number one defense, but I was expecting us to at least be able to, try and now mind you, we were ranked like the number four defensive like total yards, if I'm not mistaken, but it was more so we didn't give up a whole lot of passing yards, but we still got, we gave up a crap, not as much as this year, but we still gave up a
We were
crap ton of
number four
rushing
in
yards.
pass defense. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were number four pass defense,
And
but
that's
we was
only
Hmm.
because
like
they was running the ball.
yeah, because
Yeah.
we was
Yeah.
29th in the league against the run.
But and then again, there was a lot of short fields too because there was a lot of a lot of turnovers. Like I said, a lot of short fields. But I didn't expect them to be this bad. 336 Boston. I
Right.
did not expect them to be this bad. And also, I don't know if you were joining us earlier. I mentioned what you said over on Black Cat's podcast yesterday about the three and outs in the time of possession. So I just want to shout you out for that one because you did make a good point, and I did agree with you about how that did affect our game yesterday. Hold
Did
on. He
you
also
one
said
one thing? Then oh
he took Bijan took both Frankie Louvu kneecaps.
yeah, but like even this year, up until this game Sunday, we were ranked 10th in pass defense, but
Hmm.
31st against the run. Like teams don't have to pass against you when they can run the ball down your throat and control the clock.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
just simple
CD.
football 101.
Yeah, see, CD, this hurts my soul too, man. Hurts my soul too. But I promise you, I'm going to save this. I'm going to put
What's
it
up, Steve?
in my two fans in the stands folder on my computer. And I promise you, if we go out for game one of the season next year and do this again, I will keep adding on to this until they break this streak. Okay, and then that's if we don't break it Sunday against the Falcons, which I think they have a good chance of giving up
Let,
200
let,
against
let,
them as well.
yeah, let me read this stat to you again. We are 10th in the league in pass defense, but we are 32nd in rush defense.
Mm.
175 yards a game. So again, when they can run the ball down your throat, they don't need to pass. So the NFL is a copycat league.
Yeah.
If Tampa can do it, Atlanta damn sure gonna feel like they can do it with Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. They are gonna run the ball down our throat.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen Tyler Algier carry damn near 3/4 of our defense down the field in week 6 by
Yes, he
himself.
did.
Hey,
And he was doing the
Deontay,
same and did the same thing last year too.
yeah.
They couldn't do
Hmm.
nothing with him last year.
Deontay White said for a bend but don't break defense that focuses on secondary talent, we sure did miss a lot of tackles. Yeah, I don't even know where the bend is at. I don't even know where the bend is at. Sometimes it's just
Meaning
like out the
meaning
gate. It's
giving it
just
I hate
uh,
that mindset. I'm tired of being reactive to what the offense does. We haven't had a defense that could just, you know, force the game
be
plan,
the
wreck the
aggressive.
other. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
so tired.
mm,
Obviously, I don't like Evero. I'm tired of it. It's a change of scenery that's needed.
But what you're right though, Nakari, we have not been able this year to go out and force our defensive will on the opposing offense. Okay, we as a defense, we have been the opposing team's offense has dictated, what we were going to do all the time. We haven't gone out there and be like, okay, this is our defense. You're not going to be able to stop us. We have been, on the back foot all season long, except for a couple games. You know what I
And
mean? Even hell, even when we beat New Orleans, shit, Alvin Kamara still had 155 yards by himself in that game. Okay, we almost gave up 200 to them too. In the Giants game over in Germany, what's a man named Tracy, whoever he was, he had over 100 yards in
Tyrone
that game.
Tracy.
Tyrone
Yeah,
Tracy,
Tyrone
Tyrone
Tracy,
Tracy.
yeah,
a
you
rookie.
know, yeah. Hey, look, Earl said Ben shit more like just break, pretty much,
Yeah.
That's why
pretty
we
much.
play 15 yards off. That's why when
Hmm.
the other team has a minute to go score a touchdown to take it to overtime, we in prevent. Like
Hmm.
it's a losing mentality, and I'm tired
Yeah.
of having that mentality.
But you know what though, CJ, it goes when you put it in its full context, it goes back to what you were saying earlier that because we are so talent deficient on the defensive side of the ball, it may play in a weird way. It may play into an advantage for Evero if the Panthers did decide to keep him because he
Hmm.
can probably just easily say, listen, I try to do the best I could with what I have." You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I try my best to put it to stop the bleeding. Like we've been bleeding
Hmm.
all season long. I try to put a band-aid on it, it didn't work. You know, I try to put one gouge on it, that didn't work. So now I'm just putting the whole damn pack on it, and hopefully that'll work. So I think the
Hmm.
injuries, the talent that he hasn't had, really truly last year or this year, it's especially after the players, walk, that we had last year decided to walk or leave. Um, I just don't think he's been properly given a full deck to work with to
Yeah.
start the season with.
But that's
And
another point, though. Look at our GM. Our GM is Dan Morgan. He knows what defense looks like. He knows that Luvu and Chen left because they weren't fits for Evero's defense. You got to take that
mhm,
into account. And he might be having that in the back of his head when he comes to make this decision, along
yeah,
with talking to Tepper. You know,
And don't forget too that Dan Morgan always played in the 4-3. He
always.
knows the 4-3.
mhm.
Yeah. When he was at Miami, they played the 4-3, and when he came to Carolina, they played in the 4-3. He played in the 4-3. So
But can you imagine? Can you imagine if Evero goes into office, and he's got Tepper and Canales and Dan Morgan on one side of the table, and he sits down and they say, Ejiro, tell us why we should keep you. I promise you, I promise you, he gonna have a Manila folder. When he slam that joker on that table, it's gonna make a thud.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
I'm
He gonna
telling you.
he
he
gonna
gonna
come
tell
out with the
them don't.
receipt. He gonna come out with the receipt book like this, and at the top of the receipt book, he gonna say injuries.
Pretty much. And that's why I say now, mind you, I do think, like I said, I think he's stubborn. Okay, it seems like he doesn't want to adjust, but he can also counter that and say, this is why I haven't been able to adjust. Okay, and like I said,
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
yeah, and the lack of talent that we've had, the amount of talent that we've been able to bring in, because we have been in cap hell, and we did spend a lot of money on the offense on the off season, and he had to work with what he had to work with. Now, mind you, and even Mr. Hunky Dory brought up earlier the fact that we need to blitz more, and I would say this. I think Evero has blitzed a lot more in these past few weeks, but the
Yeah.
problem
Since
is
DJ Warner
90
came in, yeah.
95% of his blitzes get picked up. You know what I mean? It's like, he has a four-man front, and he sends a linebacker, but they all get picked up. And my thing is, if he's sending 5-on-5, I know that's not necessarily a blitz per se, but
Yeah.
if they got five up there and say he sends six, okay, a running back is usually picking up somebody. Okay. And I've never seen more teams be able to pick up so many blitzes from another team as just about everybody is able to pick up blitzes from the Panthers. But then we said, I think I was commenting on Black Cat's podcast yesterday, and somebody mentioned something about doing more cornerback blitzes. And I'm like, well, damn. Sometimes it seems like they blitzing from the parking lot as far back as they be. Sometimes, you know what I mean. So and it is worked. For J.C. Horn, it's worked a couple times. But I have also seen a few times too where that blitzing cornerback has come from a long way, and by the time the ball is snapped and the opposing quarterback is then drop back in the stance, they letting the ball loose. You know.
Mhm.
But and I say all that to say this too. So Tony, when you was talking about Dan Morgan in the 4-3 defense, do you think it would benefit us more, to get somebody here who runs a 4-3, and we can get some more linebackers in here with some better coverage skills as well? Because there are a lot of holes over the middle of that defense in that zone.
I don't know. I can't say which one would I can't say which one would be better. I think a lot of fans, a lot of people want to go to the 3-4 because they feel like when they look at it, the 3-4 is not working. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's easily to the default to the other defensive scheme, and it makes sense when you look at it from that standpoint. But like I said, if you want a 4-3, you have to bring in a 4-3 defensive coordinator. Now, if,
Mm-hmm.
if Dave Canales, if y'all remember when he first got hired, one of the first things that he did, he praised Ivero's defense in that 3-4. He talked about how he faced Ivero's scheme last year and how he had a hard time scheming up against Ivero, and he was glad that Ivero was still here when he got here. So I think that's one of the reasons why he loves the 3-4s, because he feels like it's a very good scheme. That's why I say I believe that Ivero will have a much longer leash than what people would think, because one, Canales loves the 3-4 scheme, and the lack of talent and injuries to this defense that's probably, I'm not saying that it has, but it may have contributed to the defense looking the way that it has looked thus far this year. Or you could bring in another defensive coordinator that runs a better
Three-four
3-4
scheme.
scheme, meaning, a little bit more exotic blitzes, applying pressure. Because you remember I said early on in the season, CJ, when we was having trouble getting sacks or getting to the quarterback, I said sometimes you have to create pressure with what you have. Instead of that bend don't break, sometimes you just gonna have to gamble. You just have to gamble. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I just don't. I just don't think that's in Evero's repertoire to do something like that. He doesn't come off with as that type of defense coordinator. Now, if you're talking about somebody like Brian Flores or
Hmm.
Spagnola in Kansas City, like those guys, they take chances. They like to
Yeah.
gamble. They are aggressive. They're gonna bring the fight to you. Evero doesn't coach like that.
Okay.
Okay, let me comment on what you said, Tony, because I
Go
got some
ahead. Go ahead.
thoughts. Um, well, first of all, just like you said, he don't take chances, and that's one of my problems with the whole adjustment thing. You know, clearly what we're doing isn't working. So if you can't adjust, you know, if the adjustment is going to make us that much worse, how much worse can we be? We're giving up 200 yards every game on the ground. Why
Hmm.
not just try it? See what happens, because this
Right,
clearly isn't working. And then
right.
secondly, you know, this isn't a statement from two fans in the stand. This is purely from myself, Nakari Leggett. But Dave Canales be lying, man. You know, he said Bryce is our quarterback. The next day he benched Bryce. He said, I'm gonna be stubborn about running the ball. We've been throwing the ball a lot. He wrote a whole book
I agree
about
with
how
you on
he
that.
was lying to his wife. So just
Oh
because he says he loves the 3-4 does not
man.
mean that he loves the 3-4.
Wow.
He's saying these
Hey.
things on camera. We don't actually know what he really thinks. So, you know, he could be saying all of this and feeling completely different. We don't know. Dave Canales be lying. And that's all I got to say about that.
Hey,
I hear you in the car. I hear you.
yeah, but let's try not to bring the man personal business
No,
into
that's
the talk.
why
Let's
that's why I preface it. You know, it's from me. It's from me. It's not from two fans. It's
Hey.
from Nakari Maki
wow.
Leggett.
Hey, I got you in the car. Hey, talk your talk, dog. Talk your talk. Oh God. Let me see. Deontay said he said this yesterday on PNP. If we get rid of Evero, the guy he'd want to bring in is Gerard Mayo or Sala. Mayo is the coach of New England right now, ain't he? If I ain't mistaken.
Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah. He's
Okay.
not.
He not gonna
Well,
make it.
they there's talks amongst the fan base, and
And the media too.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I'm not going to touch that because that conversation would definitely go left. But what I will say is, certain people are always a scapegoat.
mm.
Hmm.
I got you.
I'll leave it like that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got
But I think Robert Kraft. I have a lot more respect for Robert Kraft, and I think he would give Gerard Mayo more than 1 year.
you. Okay. I got you. Let me see. Joseph McMillan, who y'all got for our first and second round picks? And he also
I don't
said that
have
he
nobody
wanted
right now but
to
defense.
trade. Yeah, hey, I put it like this. I right now, because the scenario is this: we could drop as far as number 9. We definitely we secure the top 10 pick. We could be anywhere from number 9, and we could go as high as number 2. And I think it would take us winning and everybody above us, besides whoever is at number 1 now, to win. And I think we would shoot all the way up to number 2. But I say, whoever the best defensive end slash edge rusher that's available, or defensive tackle in round 1, or maybe that same combination in round 2, or maybe a cornerback. But now I wouldn't mind trading back if the price is right and the compensation is right. I'm sorry, the price and compensation, same thing, my bad. But if the compensation is right, I wouldn't mind to trade back. And I think it's a good possibility that Dan Morgan and the guys are going to make a few trades, because I think we got 10 picks right now, maybe 11 if I think if we get some compensatory picks, or if Evero gets a head coaching job somewhere, or something. But I don't think we're gonna end up drafting 10 players. But yeah,
I want
yeah,
somebody from Michigan, either Mason Graham or Will Johnson. I feel like the defensive end group of this draft is pretty deep, and I don't think that we have to draft in the first round for a defensive end. But the D tackle and the
Or
CB isn't as deep in my opinion, and so I would like to.
the defensive tackles and the defensive ends is a deep class this year. The cornerback the cornerback class is not as deep. But it's that front four. Yeah, that defense, those defensive tackles or those defensive ends, like they are really deep. And there's another player off of Michigan that a lot of people don't mention. I know everybody talk about Mason Graham, but let's not forget about Kenneth Grant. Because if we gonna run a 3-4 defense, you need that big body in the middle. Kenneth Grant go Kenneth Grant weighs about 340, 345 pounds, and he can move. He's not only a good run stopper, a two gap run stopper, but he can also rush the passer a little bit as well. So it's not all just Mason Graham, because I think you can get Mason Graham, hypothetically, you can get Mason Graham in the first round and hope that you get Kenneth Grant in the second round.
Yeah. Hey, call Travis Hunter what you want. Let me tell you, if he was sitting there at number 2, I'd damn sure take him.
Yeah, and what is that? Josephia?
I've been saying
Okay.
Joseph. My bad. I've been reading that wrong. My bad.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, if he was sitting there,
He would
the
take him, or
heartbeat,
he or she would take him too.
Josh. All right, cool beans, cool beans. Okay, well, let's leave Evero on the defense alone, at least for tonight. He gonna catch a whole lot more smoke from all of Panther Nation. We disagree. Oh, he
Oh,
said Joseph. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna need you to fix that, Joseph.
But I think one thing that in Panther Nation can agree on, everybody, we disagree on a lot of stuff, but we can agree that Evero and his defense is going to catch smoke now and throughout the off season, especially if he is kept. All right.
Yep,
So,
yep. No
stock
doubt
up.
about
Um,
it. Go ahead, Nakari.
I was texting. Stock up. That's a great question. Stock up. I mean, can we say Adam Thielen? I feel like in the fan base, his stock hasn't been as high because people keep saying that he's old, but clearly
mhm,
he's playing better than the fan base
mhm.
thinks he
Well,
should be.
If if
yeah,
if
for this
if
game,
their
stock up.
reason, if their reason is the fact that he's old, then what football games have they been watching? Because this is production based thing, not based off his age. And off production, he's the best wide receiver or best
Mhm.
offensive player that we have. So yeah,
I
for
mean,
me, go
go.
ahead, go ahead, Car. No,
I
go
was
ahead,
just
go
gonna
ahead.
say the way they talk about the quarterback, I don't really think they watch the games. So
Yeah, exactly. So for me, stock up for this week. The only two people I feel like who stock was up this week is Bryce and Adam Thielen.
Okay. I would say Adam and what's my man name? Wyndham. I would give him a slight stock
Jacoby
up.
Windman.
Jacoby Windman. I swear I can't remember that dude's
Yeah.
name for nothing. And
You know what?
and Nakari Richardson. Nakari Richardson. And mind you, it was a
Damani,
total
Damani.
Damani.
damn.
He said Kari.
I
I'm
said
honored that you
Dakari.
thought I
Hey,
really played
Woo!
hey,
My
safety.
hey, you
Nakari,
know what? You did
Nakari
say that
got
you
me
got
when
into
he said he
safety
played those
twice.
two snaps.
Damn, I mixed the name. I said Dakari, not Nakari, not Damari. I said Dakari. So that's how you got in there. You
Oh,
you was the you was Dakari Richardson for 2 snaps. I got you.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
yeah.
36 and a half. That's my number.
Oh, I thought that was number 63. I thought I saw number 63 back there.
Wow. Oh my God, yo. Hold on. 336 said Thielen is 100% outplaying his age. Damn sure is.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Deontay,
Damn
Ashawn
sure
too.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I feel
Well,
he
like
want to
I'm
come
talking about
back,
just I'm
we
I'm
should
talking
bring
about
him
just
back.
from this game.
yeah,
Yeah.
just from this past game, Thielen, Wyndham, and the car, Damani, God damn it, Damani Richardson, man, he made a couple plays in this game, and I think he is, I think it was the right call to go ahead and make what's my man name Fuller
Jordan Fuller,
Jordan Fuller, and go ahead and put Richardson in and let him
and
start.
Nick Scott. I think Nick Scott is a healthy scratch too.
thankfully.
What he should have been a healthy scratch all year, but whatever.
Wyndham did have he had a crucial missed tackle, but overall he did play well. He's been playing good these past 2 weeks.
No.
Mm.
Yeah, my bad, Austin. Damani Richardson. Thank you for putting that up on the screen. Now I got a reference. I can read it every time I want to say it now. Appreciate that.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Last slide here. Stock down. This ought to be good.
Everybody else.
Everybody else.
Everybody everybody that we didn't mention. The whole defense, the whole special teams, and take your pick on offense. Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one.
Go ahead in the
Yeah.
car. Who you got?
The Knicks guy is the worst safety I've ever seen.
Um, I'm not gonna say Eddie. Clearly, it's Eddie. Um,
No, say Eddie. Say Eddie.
I'm trying to think of who else who pissed me off this game.
Hell, Xavier Woods. Let me tell you, that Joker looked lost yesterday. He looked lost, especially down in the red zone. Let me
If
tell
Woods
you,
can't give nobody CTE, he lose interest.
Yeah.
damn, damn.
Damn. Damn, Nakari.
Wood he like giving his game checks away, and that's fine with me. I miss the old days of football.
Damn, that's what's up. Hey, Deontay said, "Stock down, Mike Boone."
Yes,
Mm, mm.
Mm.
Now
Talk
was that?
about it the other day.
Now hold on. Now is that more of him not taking advantage of his opportunity, or him having a lack of opportunity?
That he didn't take advantage of it.
he didn't take
Okay.
When
advantage.
you get in the game, no matter
Mhm.
if it's for 5 plays or 25 plays, you have to take advantage of the opportunities that you have. When it came to pass protection, he looked lost. He didn't know who to pick up. I saw one time he was in pass protection, and he was like this right here. Like he took 2 steps forward and he looked like this.
Mhm.
Where he coming from? I was looking like, oh my God, he don't
Mm.
he don't know. He don't know. He don't know the word from outside in, depending on where you see the blitz coming from. He ain't
Yeah.
see it. He
Whoever
Well,
ain't see it.
Johnston or Jones, I can't. They had like a jet sweep. Can't remember their name, but they had it.
Velus Jones Jr. Yeah, man.
Velus
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, now in Mike Boone's defense, he had 2 carries for 11 yards. But I get what you're saying, Tony, about other than him just running the
Yeah.
ball too.
That first carry, he did good. He got like 8 yards. He got 8 yards on
Mm-hmm.
that first carry. And then, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey, and my man Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley got
oh
torched
yeah,
quite a bit
all the way
yesterday as
down.
well, too.
but you know what? To be fair to Caleb Farley, Mike
Mm-hmm.
Evans will torch anybody.
True.
It don't
Yeah,
even matter. Mike Evans torch anybody.
he was
Yeah.
getting dunked on.
And why does it seem like J.C. Horn always missed the damn Tampa game in Tampa?
He had PTSD, dog.
God,
He had
yo,
PTSD.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness. And it's crazy because that game a couple years ago, if he would have played and Mike Evans wouldn't have torched us the way he did, we damn near would have made the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, we were close. I think we would have
Mhm.
still had a shot at it. But yeah, we would
Mhm.
have. We would
Yeah,
have because we'd have won that game, and then we won the last game of the season against New Orleans. I think that would have put us in the playoffs.
yeah.
But
How come we never double anybody? Every time we're in the red zone, the opposing team's best receiver is 1-on-1 with somebody that can't guard them.
I don't think double is in Evero's vocabulary. I can't remember a time this year where I've seen somebody who has been killing us get, any kind of safety over the top, or, a linebacker inside, something. Something. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing it much at all if it has happened. So I don't know. I can't answer that question, the car. Let me see. Deontay said he's been great all year, but Robert Hunt gets a stick down if we holding people accountable.
I can go with that.
Yeah, on that first sack when my man did
Yeah.
that stun inside because
Oh,
was
Kalijah Kent.
yes,
Yes.
because Hunt
Oh.
was helping Josh Nyman block somebody else and just sat right there and let old boy just run right past him and sack Bryce. Yeah, I'd
Hmm.
agree with you, Deontay. I'd agree with you. Yep.
Yeah. That
Okay.
TE
Oh,
stunt was that
my
TE
bad.
stunt
Okay,
was
gotcha.
nasty. That
It
was
was.
nasty work.
It was. And then later in the game, it was like Nyman just kind of the gas went out the tank because who was it? I forgot the other dude named the rookie that got by him once, and then somebody else got by Icky later on in the game. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they said the Panthers are sitting guys. You know what? I wouldn't put it out of possibility, man. Yeah.
The whole tight end room stuck down.
Whoa.
Hmm? What's up? What's up, Tom?
Deontay said Chandler Wooten allowed 7 catches for 184 yards and missed 2 tackles according to PFL.
Mm.
God
Damn.
dang. Yo.
Wait, wait a minute. Is that right, Deontay?
Yo.
like, like even if that's true, I don't want to believe it. Now, how
Mm,
crazy is that? That's nasty work.
that is.
S-
Mm.
God,
QP88,
dang.
what's going on? How you doing?
What's up,
Yo,
QP?
7 catches for 100. God, Tom.
And
That
then and
is
then you're gonna miss 2 tackles.
wow. On top, bruh.
He only missed
That's
those
that's
two
crazy.
Oh.
tackles because he tried to tackle them 2 times.
Yo, what up, Nick?
Wow.
How you doing, man? Yes.
What's up,
And
Nick?
everybody, thank y'all for watching. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe, like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed as well. All right. But yeah,
Yeah.
but okay, any more stock downs, y'all, that we haven't talked about?
Oh, forgot to mention his name. Ejero Evero.
Hey, next week's enemy spotlight right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm over here working on the slide now. Don't you worry about it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So you
Yo.
working on the slide, but you want to keep him.
Huh?
I said you
No,
working on the slide, but you want to keep him.
No, we don't want to
no,
keep him. We just saying
no.
that
No,
if
I'm saying you saying that's the enemy spotlight. Is that what y'all was saying, Ejero?
yeah, SC
Yeah.
Page 4 said the enemy spotlight next week
Mhm.
should be Ejiro Evero.
Oh, that was the comment.
Instead of somebody from the
For the
Falcons,
other
it need to be
Yeah,
Evero.
and you said you working on the slide, right, Tony?
Yeah.
So you working on the slide, but you want to keep Ejero.
I ain't say I want to keep him. I ain't say I want to keep him.
Oh, okay.
I ain't
No,
say that.
Never
we
mind
were
then.
what we were saying is if he goes to the table, and they say this and this, he has a lot of firepower to throw back at him and say, well, you know what? Well, it was
That's
this and this
why.
because of
Yeah.
that and that. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I think that's what because like I
Yeah.
said, it would not surprise me if he is back. It would not
Right.
surprise me at all. Do I want him back? No. But if he does come back, it will not be a shock to me, not one bit whatsoever. Yep.
All the
Right.
things they
Right.
say about Tepper, I can't see it. Tepper gonna be in that room. Like we last in every
It's awesome.
category. You got to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That for me personally, yes, I want to see him gone. Me personally.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
respect
Okay.
that. I wasn't trying to come at you or anything. I just thought, thought you was flip flopping.
Oh no,
No,
you good
no,
in the car.
no. Now, hey, one thing about it, and over here, two fans and stands, dog, we stand 10 toes down on anything that we say, and if we wrong, we admit that we wrong. We ain't no, it don't be no flip flopping over here. So yeah,
Hey, hold on here. Nick, what's going on, buddy?
Nick offline. Oh, there you go.
There you
Yo,
go. What's up, Nick?
Uh,
How
y'all
you
hear
doing,
what's
me?
up,
boss?
Nick?
What's
Yeah,
good,
we hear you.
fellas?
What's
What's
going on, man?
good? Pleasure to be on. How y'all doing?
Shit, we doing good. Hey, look, yo, we about to wrap it up, man. But talk to us
Damn,
for a minute. No, go
no
ahead,
doubt.
talk to us for a minute, man. What you What you think about yesterday's game?
We gave up 550 yards. That's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of yardage. Hey, I'll
A
tell you
lot.
one thing. I know one thing. J.C. Horn's thinking cha-ching. That's what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only
Yeah.
winner. He's the only winner from yesterday, and only from and that's a financial aspect. He's the only one who won yesterday. Yeah, man, Caleb Farley. I was kind of eager to see him, and he just got Mike Evans was just cooking him
Yeah. He got
like
toasted in the
real
road game.
bad,
Yep.
just torching him. I mean, couldn't run the ball because we were down so fast.
Mm-hmm.
First drive was great, but then Bryce, we went 3-and-out 3 consecutive times, and then the game was busted open. But I think we're a lot better than people think. Low key, I
Mm-hmm.
think I think the first half of the season was crap. I think the second half of the season we played real competitive football against real competitive teams,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think with a couple pieces, and hitting on the draft a couple picks, getting Derek Brown back, re-sign JC,
Mm-hmm.
reshape this secondary, get a couple edge rushers, maybe get another receiver. And we talking some
Mm-hmm.
business. I'd like to get Deontay Foreman
Damn,
back
Nick,
or Chuba Hubbard.
that's more than a couple.
Yeah, nah, but that's light.
Well.
A couple things is light. You feel me, bro? Like here's the way I look at it, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get your edge rusher, and you gotta get a D
Mm-hmm.
lineman.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
gotta get,
A
Right.
whether
couple,
and
a couple D linemen.
there is a path where we can create $70 million in cap. There's a way. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying it's gonna happen, but the fact that there's a way creates thoughtful opportunities. $70 million is 103 at
We do have
33.
we have Buddy. I forgot his name in the front
The
office.
wizard, the wizard, Brant
Brent
Tillis.
Tillis.
Brent said, hold on, Nick. You said thoughtful opportunities. I'm gonna get my
Thought
wife to make me a shirt that say that thoughtful opportunities.
you could go, you can go, you can go, you could be real thoughtful with $103. And the opportunities are there.
Bruh. Yeah, thoughtful opportunities. That I like that. That's pretty damn good. Hey, now
That was good one,
we were
Nick.
talking earlier. I don't know if you was listening. What do you think the chances of Evero coming back are?
Uh, it's
For,
weird, bro.
hold on, Nick. For you answer that, give us your personal, honest opinion. Do you want Ivero to come back?
Yeah, say yeah. Do that first.
I wasn't a Gyro Evero fan. It's so tough, fellas. Because honestly,
Mm,
I'm big on Evero. I like Evero. I don't really think he don't got the players. Y'all can sense the sarcasm, right?
yeah, we got you.
Yeah, yeah, no. He gotta go, bro. He gotta go. He gotta go. Like, here's the way
I
I
feel
look
you.
at it. And I know y'all know Brother Howie. Uh,
Mm,
but Brother Howie is up to something here. And I give Howie, I got a lot of love and respect for Howie. I think the
You know
4-3
how?
is just our
You know how?
calling, man. It's our calling. It's our identity. That is just who we are. It's like how
mm,
the Ravens and the Steelers are 3-4 teams. The Carolina
mm.
Panthers are a 4-3 team at the end of the day, fellas. That's the way I look at it.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense what you're saying
that's not the
because
first time I've heard that
I,
today.
I agree
yeah,
with that.
I think we ran we ran a 3-4 one time the last year Ron Rivera um when Ron Rivera was here, and then we got Phil Snow who ran that 3-3-5 stack
yep.
the college defense, and then here's Ivero. But predominantly throughout history for the Panthers, we have been a 4-3 team.
And it's like, man, I want Mason Graham bad, fellas. I want him bad. I want Mason Graham bad.
Look,
Mhm.
I just let me tell you, I just want somebody in the middle of that defense. If even if we do come back with Evero as a 3-4, he has got to get out of whatever design that or whatever what's the profile he wants for a defensive tackle. They got to be 330, 340 plus and be able to just be like a Vita Vea type. You know what I mean? Somebody who can command the double team, but can also push a center or a guard back into the backfield and be a disruptor, in the backfield at times.
Sure. Kenneth Grant, Michigan, number 78,
You're not wrong.
6'3", 349.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I tell
Based
y'all
on
one thing. I'll know, and I'll know. This has to be steps, fellas, because no matter what way we slice it,
Mm-hmm.
Scott Fitterer traded a lot of shite away. You know, he
Shit, you
traded a
said
third-round
trade a
pick
lot of
for
shit
Sam
away.
Darnold. He traded a fourth-round pick for Baker Mayfield. He traded for draft picks for C.J. Henderson. So there's a clusterfuck of things
he was
that
a
need to get
Mm-hmm.
cleared
terrorist.
up.
He says he's a terrorist.
I'm just thinking about it. He did trade a lot.
He
He
did a lot of
did.
fucked up things, fellas. God damn.
Hey,
You know,
but
and
you
it's
know what?
like, if that's not going to get fixed in 1 year, you got to fix that through 3 years.
And what got me was okay, if this was true. Now you had the Christian McCaffrey showcase game that year against
Here we go.
against the Rams. I'm sorry. You now mind you, I know Christian McCaffrey's hurt now and all that good stuff, but at the time I hated the compensation that we got for him. And then on top
Me
of that,
too.
if the reports were true that the Rams were ready to give us or whoever 2 first-round picks
For Brian Burns.
you trade McCaffrey for that, and then bruh.
And then you
my
don't
thing
take.
is,
Oh my God.
yeah, go ahead,
Bro,
Nick. Go ahead, Nick.
just unbelievable, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Siege.
Oh,
That's unbelievable, Siege.
You got the opportunity to get Burns off of that contract and send him to Chicago. Instead, you send DJ.
DJ instead,
Yep.
which essentially screws you. You got to trade your wide receiver 1 for the quarterback you're trading for. What type of ass backward shit is that?
That was Scott Fitterer.
You know what I mean? You replace DJ Moore with DJ Chark. Wow. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. and the funny thing was, I heard somebody say yesterday that DJ Chark was oh God, some type of I forgot what caliber player they said he was. If I'm not mistaken, Chark had one good season in Detroit.
Caliber player.
Yeah, and he was like a 6th substitute as a Pro Bowler, and everyone hangs that Pro Bowl over his head. It's like, bro,
Thank
he was
you,
like
Nick.
it was like the
dog it,
7th
Nick.
guy they asked.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said that, Nick. People wanted to.
Yeah,
okay.
bro. Like
I
facts,
try to
bro.
refrain from saying it, but I remember when we got DJ Chark and everybody was, was happy with what they were seeing in training camp. Oh, we got our wide receiver 1. We got wide receiver 1. DJ Chark gonna be wide receiver 1. I said, no, he's not. I
I ain't
said,
gonna lie, I was happy with him too.
What has he done in his career to show you that he's wide receiver 1 talent? Nothing. And I was trying to tell people that.
Nothing.
Oh, he went
He
to the
wasn't
Pro
even
Bowl.
Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson was the wide receiver 1 that year. He wasn't even the wide
Yes.
receiver 1 in Jacksonville that year. He went off. Allen Robinson was there.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
And
He
anyone
was
wants
a
to
Pro
pop
Bowl
off about DJ
all-star.
Chark? Okay, yeah, I got a name for you. David Boston. Yeah, he led the NFL in receptions 1 year. So what?
Yeah,
Anyone could
from
go
Ohio
off 1
State.
year. Braylon Edwards went
Yeah.
off 1 year. Anyone could have one big year.
Yeah.
Still an NFL player.
But I gotta admit, though, I was one of those. I was happy with DJ Chark when he got here. I was like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, I would never be happy that we traded DJ Moore. But from what I heard, that's who the Bears wanted, and they weren't going to take anybody else. I don't know how true that is. Okay, gotcha.
Well, they Adam Schefter and those type of guys, those insiders, they said that that's who they wanted to make that trade happen. They wanted DJ Moore. If they couldn't get DJ Moore in that trade, then there was no trade. Right.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I will never be happy with them trading DJ Moore.
We
but
just
yeah,
would have had a trade. We would have had to go back to the board.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Okay, I think we lost Nick there. Okay, but if we come back with, I think so. Say it was offline, but okay. Well, Nick, if you still hear us, man, we appreciate you hopping on, man. But we're gonna go ahead and call it a night here. Again, hey, we thank everybody for joining us. We appreciate you. Let me see, Dakari Richardson. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate.
I knew he can't help himself.
No
He can't
problem.
help himself in the car. He can't help himself.
Hey,
I
that
knew
was a
something was coming.
that was a one-time thing. That was a one. If I do it again, I promise you it won't be on purpose. I had
Yes,
to
it
get it
will.
one more
Yes,
time tonight. One more
in the
time.
car, he lying like hell. He don't do nothing without doing it on purpose. Trust me.
No, that's to you, Tony. The car is good people's. You know, I ain't gonna do him like that.
Oh,
He's our guest. You know, you are a resident. You catch all the smoke 24 hours a day. The car is a guest.
doggone. See how your family do you, boy?
Hmm.
Tell you.
Yeah. All right, but
Yeah.
fellas,
See how your
the
family
car.
do you? XL got me deleting my name off of every social media app.
Damn.
See how they do
Lord,
you?
Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Okay. Hey, Nikai, real quick, man. You got any final thoughts before we get up out of here, dog?
Keep
Oh
pounding.
God.
That's it.
Keep
Yes, Panther dog. All the smoke. All the smoke.
all the smoke.
Cuz right there is going to get all the smoke. Hey, and I know Janelle told me not to say this, but I'm gonna say it again. 24 hours a day. He gonna get all the smoke. All of it. Oh my goodness.
Oh
Hey,
God.
it sure do, QP. It be your own people. It's
Hey,
me, dog.
hey, QP man. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Nicole, that was it. Keep pounding. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
All right, Tom, what you got, man?
Man, I'm just ready for this last game to be over with. Whatever immediate changes that the Panthers are going to do from the staff, within the staff. I hope that's
Mm-hmm.
something that's done immediately before, it gets close to the combine and things of that nature, the draft and stuff like that. I'm just ready for the next season to begin. I really don't have any energy for this game Sunday. And no expectations, no anything. You know, what I just want to know is what our final draft position is going to be um at the end of Sunday.
Mhm.
Okay. All
Can't
right.
wait to see those draft visits. That'll tell us a lot about what Dan
Yeah.
Morgan thinks. But
Yeah, it does.
that's another episode.
Hey, trust me, it will be. Hey, also said Tony basically in off season mode. Hey, let me tell you,
Fact.
I am not in off season mode until the clock hits 0-0 at the end of the fourth
Yeah.
quarter Sunday. I'm gonna bring all the smoke. I'm gonna talk all the shits during that game. I will be back here either cussing at the TV or jumping up and clapping when hopefully if we do some good things. Okay, but after that, yeah, definitely off season mode for real. But yeah, everybody, again, thank y'all for joining us. On your way out, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You can catch us on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS. All right, and as always, Panther Nation, I'm gonna leave y'all with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, last game of the season, no different than the first. Keep pounding, man. We'll see you.